next Tuesday and Wednesday, as always, at 5:15. Enjoy the game tonight, folks.
It's time for another C. Harperano Group High School Sports Night. Coverage of high school basketball here on WMBS, the Triple I High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live, being brought to you by the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, the Sprouse Insurance Group, the Radcliffe Law Firm, the Roosters Roost, Armstrong, Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation, Autoland Hyundai, Cherokee Recycling, Coldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty, Freaky Fast, Freaky Good, Jimmy John's in Uniontown, Attorney Melinda Delarose, George Dental Associates, NovaCare Rehabilitation, Russ Blejo, your local Allstate insurance agent, Ted Sova and Son Auto and Fender Repair, Shop and Save, Walnut Hill in Uniontown, Ford of Uniontown, Northwest Mutual Agent John Ritchie, Uniontown Detailing, Magisterial District Judge Daniel Shimshock, the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood, the Somerset Trust Company, Attorney Vince Teaberry, Fayette County Recorder of Deeds John Marietta, the Simply Sweet Boutique, Perkins Painting, Magisterial District Judge Nathan Henning, Potter's Sports Bar and Grill in Uniontown, M&R Transit, the Centers for Rehab Services and Physical Therapist Jim Burns, Davis and Davis Attorneys at Law, Mama Ruca's Pizza Shop in Uniontown, the C. Harperano Group, Casey's Sports Cafe, Rose Motors in Masontown, First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, Beechan's Pharmacy in Connellsville, SWGI in Uniontown, Thurby's Riverside Ford, State Farm Agent Lauren Yeoman, Lee's Plumbing and Excavating, and Joby's Golf. Now stay tuned for the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show here on WMBS, Facebook Live, and the Triple I High School Sports Network.
From Laurel Highlands High School, it's time for high school basketball action here on WMBS, the Triple I High School Sports Network, the South Union Township Sports Network, and Facebook Live tonight. A pair of unbeaten square off. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs 11-0 overall, 4-0 out of Section 1 and 5A. Coached by Rick Hogger in his 17th year. Hosts the number 2 team out of 4A, the Belle Vernon Leopards. 12-0 overall, 6-0 in Section 3 and 4A. Joe Salvino after a long stint at Monessen in his 4th year as the head coach of the Belle Vernon Leopards. Brian Morozak alongside Steve Super. Gary Frankhauser is our rules analyst here today. Donnie Santor behind the camera on our Facebook Live video feed. And Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Our pregame show being brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They will get you ready for the game. They're located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. Our live video stream courtesy of Uniontown Detailing and the Catholic War Vets Post 1669 in Hopwood. And Gary, do you have our South Union Township sponsors as well? I don't think we have your mic going on there, Gary, so we'll have to get back to you in just a moment. We'll double check your mic over there. How about now, Gary?
Yes, sir.
We got you back on there now, yes.
The South Union Township sponsors for the Facebook Live streaming, the Sprouse Insurance Group with agent David Hughes in charge, United Bank, Davis & Davis, Attorneys at Law, Smith Lewis Chess, CPAs in Uniontown, Jason Scott, and all the South Union Township supervisors. Sweegee, SWGI in Uniontown, Southwest Gastrointestinal Specialist, Zebley, Maholoff & White, the Uniontown Business and Bankruptcy Attorneys.
What a game, guys, we have on our hands here tonight. 2 unbeatens going at it, and really this is the highlight regular season game of the year, Steve, for both of these teams.
Well, it's the one we had marked on the calendar from the beginning of the year, and it's kind of played out the way we thought. Laurel Highlands has been just rolling through the schedule and basically beating up everybody they've played, mercy ruling just about everyone. And tonight probably won't be the case. We're going to finally get a good test, and hopefully you'll get to see these kids play a full 4 quarters for a change, which will be needed when they get in that playoff run, because they're not going to do that, obviously, when you get to that, especially the second, third round of the playoffs. You're going to need to have their legs about them and be ready to go.
And plenty of stars on the court tonight as well. Of course, Gallagher, DeShields, and Davis on the Laurel Highlands side. Devin Whitlock and Quentin Martin for Belle Vernon. But guys like Jaden Pratt and Daniel Gordon will certainly have an impact tonight as well.
They sure will. I mean, it's just going to be a team effort. And, talking about the Mustangs, Brian, we talk about them, and they're so good and talented, but the thing that's the most impressive to me is the way they pass the ball. They're very unselfish. It's a true team game. It's almost like watching the Warriors out there. They always hit the open guy, and no one's selfish at all. And it's really hard to stop that when you have 3 or 4 guys that can score, and it's going to be hard for any team to they just can't key on one player. So the Mustangs have it's just been a pleasure to watch, and it's I'm really looking forward to having to watch this game against a team like Belle Vernon that has some really talented players, with Martin and Whitlock, and they got some big guys as well. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight.
And Gary, as of late, Belle Vernon's had Laurel Highlands' number. They defeated the Mustangs 67-64 back in 2020. Last year they won at Belle Vernon 64-56. That was a game the Mustangs played without Rodney Gallagher, who missed the contest with an ankle injury. But you look at this series, Laurel Highlands overall has controlled the season series, or the overall series between the two schools, 42-26, but the Leopards have won 3 straight.
And you got to believe that has something to do with their coach. Joe Salvino, coming over from Monessen, has had a stellar record both at Monessen and now at Belle Vernon. So his fundamentals and the defense that they play has certainly paid dividends for Belle Vernon. And they have athletes, no doubt about it, and they're going to be a stern test for the Mustangs. And what could be a key in this entire game is foul situations, because I believe Laurel Highlands has a little bit more depth off the bench than Belle Vernon have, and also you just saw Tajay Hooper, who came off the injured list just in the last couple games, to play some strong defense for the Mustangs.
Yeah, I think once Tajay gets comfortable in the Laurel Highlands rotation, he'll certainly add to the mix and what they could produce out there on the court as well. Should be a fun night, Laurel Highlands and Belle Vernon. When our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues, we'll talk to the Mustangs head coach Rick Hogger and Joe Salvino, the head coach of the Belle Vernon Leopards, here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, the South Union Township Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
I'm attorney Bill Martin, partner at Radcliffe Law. When you're in an accident, it can be frightening. You have to deal with insurance companies, medical bills, doctors, and employers, all while trying to recover from your injuries. We want you to concentrate on getting well and allow us to handle the rest. We have 40 years of experience at handling all sorts of personal injury cases here at Radcliffe Law. Call our office today at 724-439-3939 to set up your free consultation. We have Saturday appointments available. Radcliffe Law, making the law personal.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
I'm worried about this winter weather. How are we going to get to the grocery store for the next few months? I'm not too comfortable driving in the snow anymore, and with your disability, you definitely can't drive.
The last time I went to the doctor's office, they're talking about FACT.
FACT?
Yeah, Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation. FACT will come to the house and pick us up. They have fixed routes to places like Pittsburgh and Uniontown, even Nemacolin and Woodlands. FACT also has a shared ride program that schedules you to go to places like the doctor's office or the grocery store.
Well, the grandkids will be at our house when school's canceled.
FACT lets anyone ride the fixed route bus, and children under 12 accompanied by an adult ride for free, as do us seniors age 65 and up.
Wow, FACT might be the right answer for us this winter. Do you have their number?
Yes, it's 724-628-RIDE or factbus.com.
It's a fact. We're Fayette County Public Transit.
Chris Parker Jr., it's a new year, so what's new for 2022 at Autoland Hyundai?
2022 will bring a tax refund for many people. So if you're expecting a tax refund, stop in at Autoland and ask us about our deferred down payment program.
That makes buying a new Hyundai easier. Any other special offers?
The entire Hyundai lineup has great offers, such as the 2022 Venue hatchback with 0.9% APR up to 60 months. Or get $750 off with HMF bonus cash. And when the snow arrives, don't get stuck without all-wheel drive. Be prepared. Stop in at Autoland and check out our all-wheel drive Hyundai Konas, Tucsons, and Santa Fe's.
And of course, every new Hyundai comes with America's best warranty, 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain protection, and 3-year complimentary maintenance. Autoland Hyundai, downtown Uniontown. See them online at AutolandHyundai.com or phone 724-437-9999. That's 724-437-9999 for Autoland Hyundai.
Remember, you always pay less to drive the best at Autoland Hyundai.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sproulsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Mom Maruka's Pizza Shop, located at 64 Barton Mill Road in Uniontown, is your prime place to enjoy local high school sports. Mom Maruka's is family-owned and operated where pride of ownership certainly shows. The Sampson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salad, subs, and wings. Mom Maruka's is open Monday through Saturday, 4 to 10 for indoor-outdoor dining and takeout. Call 724-438-9066 or visit MomMarukaPizza.com for their menu.
Brian Morozak back on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show with Laurel Highlands head coach Rick Honger. The Mustangs hosting Belle Vernon tonight. And, Coach, after a week of layoff, your Mustangs looked solid last night against Connellsville.
Yeah, for sure. You know, you always are apprehensive when you haven't had a chance really to be on the court as much as you normally would. And you don't know how young guys will respond. But, you know, I thought their response was appropriate, and so we'll see where it goes from there. But yeah, I thought that pretty much in all facets after the first few minutes we locked in and played pretty well.
And what an incredible shot Jaden Pratt had to end the third quarter from three-quarter court.
Yeah, that was you know, quite an effort there, and so I asked him what he liked better, that shot or a dunk, and he said that shot. So it made him happy also.
Yeah, for sure. You don't see those around all the time. Keandre got another dunk or two in last night as well, and you got Jaden back in the lineup along with Ty Hooper, and you mentioned to me yesterday that you're really going to experiment here over the next couple of weeks with some rotations, trying to get some lineups down pat for the playoffs.
Yeah, because, you know, well, Brian, you've been following it. As you know, this is really the first time that we've had all the guys available at one time. And, you know, have to search for, you know, what works best. And as the season goes along, you know, you like to try to give those guys that have been logging major minutes, you know, a little bit of a break. And in, you know, some games, the score and the situation dictated that they did get a break anyway, but we'll see how it works out. But anytime you can increase your depth, that's going to be a positive thing. And we'll have to try to figure some things out. You know, right now, Tajai is not anywhere near fully ingrained in our offenses in particular. Defense and that kind of stuff, he'll fit in fine right now. But the other is going to take a little while, and depending on, you know, the strategies of our opponents, that'll dictate some of his participation.
Another kid that continues to impress us when he gets minutes out on the court is Mason Bolish. He's actually been in double figures now his last two games with you in very limited minutes, and it's good when you can get a solid spot three-point shooter like he is out on the court, because you might need him in situations like that down the stretch.
Yeah, you never know. Mason's certainly been shooting the ball really well. He was a kid that you know, didn't play last year, and so he's working through some of the things that you need to do. But he's a good kid. He's working hard. He does what he's asked to do. He keeps his mouth shut and concentrates on the task at hand. So really happy for Mason.
Well, you might have an opportunity to play a full 32 minutes tonight. This Belle Vernon team, quite impressive. They had a 20-point win last night over Elizabeth Forward. They're sitting at 12-0, the number 2 team in 4A. You're 11-0, the number 1 team in 5A, and this is really shaping up to be quite a showdown game tonight.
Well, there's no question that it'll be a battle for 32 minutes, and you know, we're grateful for that. We need to find out, you know, what we need to improve on in specific areas, and this type of competition can only be a plus for us. No matter the outcome, although we hope that's a positive, the experience is, I think, moving forward, going to be invaluable.
How much of a game plan were you able to put in for the game tonight that you guys played last night, and this being a non-conference game? I'm sure probably not the normal prep like you'd get for a WPIAL playoff game, but I have to think to some extent, just knowing the importance and the quality of the opponent that you have, that you guys have a decent plan going in for tonight.
Well, quite honestly, didn't get to address a couple of things that I wanted to, because we weren't able to practice on Monday. Monday, there was a plan to look at a couple things and see how we thought that they might fit in. But at this point in time, although I think strategically they would make some sense, if your kids haven't had a chance to work on it, then it makes more sense just to forget about that for right now.
Well, Coach, appreciate your time as always. Best of luck against Belle Vernon tonight. We'll see you out there.
Yeah, thank you, Brian. Appreciate it.
That's Laurel Highlands head coach Rick Honger. We'll talk to Belle Vernon head coach Joe Salvino when the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
When it's time to service your vehicle, don't procrastinate. Call Rose Motors at 724-583-1944. Rose Motors, specializing in computer diagnostics, engine and electrical problems, brake service, electronic tune-ups, air conditioning repair, exhaust work, state inspection, and more. Looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? See Rose Motors, where financing is also available. Rose Motors, 42 River Avenue in Masontown. Serving the area for 3 generations. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, Saturday by appointment.
With branches in Markleysburg, Connellsville, Hopwood, Uniontown, and Perryopolis, Somerset Trust Company is truly Fayette County's community bank. We invite you to stop by and experience the Somerset Trust Company difference. Local decision-making, convenient locations, extended hours, award-winning online and mobile banking, and more. Somerset Trust Company, community banking worth talking about. Branches and ATMs throughout Fayette County.
Attorneys from all over the state and nation advertise in southwestern Pennsylvania for personal injury and workers' comp cases. But most of them send their assistants to do the legwork. You might not even meet your attorney until your first hearing.
We're local attorneys, Davis & Davis. We meet directly with our clients, including free consultation. There are no fees until you receive money on your case. If you've been injured, call Davis & Davis, representing you and your neighbors yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Phone 724-437-2799.
Go to Ford Uniontown and trade me in. Hello, this is John Clinton, and I want to share with you just how easy it is to purchase an incoming vehicle here at Ford Uniontown. When you arrive, we'll show you all the inbound inventory that we have coming. We'll go over all the packages and equipment. Then we'll appraise your current vehicle and put together an offer just for you. When you accept the offer, we tag that vehicle sold and call you when it arrives. It's just that simple. Of course, we'll go over all the purchase and lease incentives to make sure no details are overlooked. Nothing inbound catch your eye and you have a bit more time, we'll be happy to place a factory order special for you. Have you heard about these historic trade values? It's all true and you don't want to miss out. Are you thinking more pre-owned? We have over 100 Ford and non-Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs are ready to move. I have a special thank you for our recent customers that helped us raise $5,000 for the Fayette Friends of Animals and $4,000 for the Fayette County Food Bank. Your car knows, shouldn't you? Top of the hill across from Applebee's or FordofUniontown.com.
When you need a vaccine, look to Peachin Pharmacy as a partner in your health. Peachin Pharmacy has all of the COVID-19 vaccines, including boosters, at no cost to you. They also have the shingles and pneumonia vaccine. Schedule online, by phone, or just walk in. When you are ready, get your vaccine at Peachin Pharmacy, located in downtown Connellsville.
Peachin Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. They are conveniently located at 1310 Pittsburgh Road in Uniontown. But look for Uniontown Detailing in February at a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes of SWGI Specialists, extending best wishes to our Fayette County teams. Our providers and staff all live locally and are committed to fulfilling the digestive health needs of our community. We encourage everyone at age 50 to get a screening colonoscopy because preventing cancer is the best way to fight cancer. Call 724-437-7677 or visit us at swgispecialists.com.
Ryan Rozak back now with Belle Vernon head coach Joe Salvino. And Joe, really can't complain with the way the season's gone for you so far this year. Undefeated heading into tonight's game with Laurel Highlands.
Well, things have been going so far so good. I mean, we're undefeated, and we're starting to come together, playing very unselfish. So I think that's a good sign.
Certainly a big week with Elizabeth Forward Tuesday, Laurel Highlands Wednesday. They're the top team in 5A. You're in the top two of most publications in 4A, and should be a good test for your program.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to both of those games. EF game, because I can't look past them, and that's a section game. So, that's very important. And then, of course, Laurel Highlands, very talented group of players, and I'm looking forward to that game, too. It's going to show us where we're at.
And you've really had a lot of control for the most part this season. I mean, you go back a week ago Friday, Uniontown did lead after one quarter against you, but you're able to rally back in that game. And for the most part, you really haven't been, I think, tested and really taken to the full limit so far this season.
No, you're probably right about that. Playing Uniontown always, especially there, is going to be tough. And they have athletes, and so if you take anybody a little bit lightly, then that's what's going to happen. Luckily, we was able to come back and do the things we had to do to win that game. But all in all, we probably haven't been, and that's again the EF game and in the Laurel Highlands game. That's like I said, that's going to show us where we're actually really at and what we need to work on.
And Laurel Highlands has kind of been in a similar situation. They haven't had too many close games this year either.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. I don't know if they've actually battle tested either, but hopefully Wednesday both programs are going to see where they're at and what they need to work on.
You look at the big three from Laurel Highlands and you throw in Devin Whitlock and Quentin Martin from your program, you're going to have a lot of great athletes on the court at one time.
Well, that's going to be true. I mean, there's no doubt about that. Gallagher, DeShields, Davis. I mean, they have a solid group of ball players, and of course, with Whitlock and Quentin Martin and Daniel Gordon for us. I mean, we're pretty solid ourselves. It's got to make sure, as far as we're concerned, that no one ball player takes away from anything that we have to do.
That's Belle Vernon head coach Joe Salvino. The Leopards at Laurel Highlands taking on the Mustangs. That wraps up the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. Stay tuned to the starting lineups and the opening tip-off on the way next.
You know the importance of planning for retirement, and you plan to enjoy a long and healthy life after you retire. But it's also important to plan for the possibility of needing care on a long-term basis. As life expectancies grow in the U.S., the potential need for long-term care grows as well. A Northwestern long-term care insurance company policy can help pay for the care you may need.
To learn more, call John R. Ritchie today, 724-550-4414. That's 724-550-4414 for John R. Ritchie.
The WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital Orthopedic and Spine Institute is open, and their experienced providers are ready to care for you. Orthopedic and spine care spans a wide range of problems, from arthritis to joint trauma caused by injury or overuse. Hips, shoulders, knees, and backs are the most common areas where patients experience pain or impaired function. At WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, they can treat orthopedic and spine problems with state-of-the-art care. Their board-certified orthopedic surgeons and specialists are well experienced in the latest treatments for damaged and diseased joints. They offer everything from physical therapies to joint repairs and joint replacements. Whenever possible, the newest, minimally invasive techniques are used to ensure quicker recovery, less pain, and less damage to surrounding tissues. To learn more about the newly opened Orthopedic and Spine Institute at WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, or to schedule an appointment, call 724-912-7533 or visit wvumedicine.org/Uniontown. WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital. The new us, here for you.
Going on now at C. Harper Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Silverado for only $279 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is for GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles per year, with 4,500 cash trade equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Payment is for tax, title fees, and first payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends January 31st, 2022. While supplies last. Residency restrictions apply. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
Come see what everyone's crowing about. It's Rooster's Roost next to the Uniontown Shopping Center on Francis Street in the Old Eddie's Tavern location. Craving pizza, wings, fried chicken, hoagies, or your favorite salad or side? It's all at Rooster's Roost. Eat in, take out, or have it delivered. Call 724-320-2244 or order online at roostersroost.com. Use the coupon radio and get $3 off your online order. Gift certificates also available. Stop in Rooster's Roost today.
Simply Sweet, a party boutique. Located at 21 North Basin Avenue, is the sweetest little boutique in the area. Simply Sweet is filled with Valentine's Day party decor, paper goods, and gifts for your favorite Valentine, Galentine, or sweet little time. Surprise someone special this Valentine's Day or anytime with one balloon or a bunch from Simply Sweet's Balloon Bar. Simply call 724-317-4929. Simply Sweet Boutique also specializes in balloon decor, event rentals, and event planning.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill in Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and Save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
For attorney Melinda Della Rose, helping people with compassionate counseling, candid legal advice, strong advocacy, and professional commitment is what she does best. With an office at 99 East Main Street in downtown Uniontown, attorney Della Rose specializes in family law, municipal law, and general civil litigation, as well as personal injury, estate planning, probate, and more. For more information, call attorney Melinda Della Rose at 724-437-3200, 724-437-3200, or online at DellaRoseLaw.com.
Brian Morozak, Steve Super, Gary Frankhauser back here at Laurel Highlands High School. We're about 12 minutes away from the opening tip-off tonight. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs taking on the Belle Vernon Leopards. We'll get to the starting lineups in just a moment. But guys, a number of high-profile college football coaches also here, checking out both Rodney Gallagher and Quentin Martin, and who knows who else might catch their eye this evening.
Well, you're right about that, Brian. And not only the coaches, but their staffs here from Notre Dame, Penn State, Pitt, and a lot of other schools I'm sure that we don't even know about.
It's just great to see so much fanfare for this contest here tonight.
Well, it's going to be a good game. I think they'll be able to see some athleticism. It's going to be an interesting thing to see whether or not they have to take turns talking to these guys, though.
Go ahead, Steve.
Well, it's going to be a pretty good atmosphere so far, Brian. No seats look to be available right now. People are standing in the hallways and the rafters. We got extra people up here. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight, and it's a good atmosphere. They even got the pep band playing tonight, adding a little atmosphere, which is nice. The cheerleaders are here, so it should be a lot of fun tonight.
I think the first sellout we've seen this season here at Laurel Highlands High School. The place is packed. Taking a look at a couple of series tidbits, and we mentioned Belle Vernon. Their leading scorer, Devin Whitlock, 1,574 career points, actually started his high school career at Monessen. We mentioned Joe Salvino also came over from Monessen. Whitlock, 487 points his freshman year at Monessen, now 1,087 at Belle Vernon. And what a great history that head coach Joe Salvino has had at Belle Vernon. An opportunity this year to go over 700 career wins. Enters tonight 691 and 281 overall. 638 of those wins at Monessen, 53 at Belle Vernon. And it's very rare to see a coach with the type of staying power that Joe Salvino has had.
Well, he was great at Menneson, and he's just been continuing that at Belle Vernon. He's got some athletes. Of course, it's always nice to have players, but he gets the most out of his guys. And even when he, if he doesn't have the greatest players, he always seems to have a good team, and that's a mark of a great coach. And he is certainly one of those. And that's going to be a good test for Coach Auger tonight. Go against be a little bit of a chess match, but it's really a lot of good athletes out there running around and jumping and making some big plays. So it should be a lot of fun, and it's going to be an intense atmosphere. The crowd, as you can tell already, is going to be jumping around like crazy tonight, and it should be a lot of fun. It'll be a playoff type atmosphere, so it'll be a really good test for these kids to get them ready for the playoffs. Of both teams obviously being in the playoffs, so should be a lot of fun. Should be a very exciting matchup.
This is the best start that Belle Vernon's had to a season since the 1973-74 season. They also started 12-0, and they lost game number 13 that year to Ringgold. We mentioned Lifetime. Laurel Highlands leads this series with Belle Vernon 42-26, but the Leps have won 3 straight, and they knocked out the Mustangs last year without Rodney Gallagher in the lineup. And a couple of throwbacks for you guys. Reuben Davis of the 1983-84 Laurel Highlands team, one of 2 Mustang players that ever scored over 40 points against the Leps and is still tied for the most ever. Also, Gus Gerard of Laurel Highlands scored 39 in a game against Belle Vernon back in the 70-71 season, and Gus actually sitting in front of us tonight.
Absolutely. Yep. And do you know who was on that Ringgold team that beat Belle Vernon in 74-75?
Joe Montana.
Absolutely.
That's pretty impressive. And the Leps, of course, have had some career highs in points this year as well. Whitlock scored 39 in a game, Martin 28, Daniel Gordon 23, Clancher 12, and Braden Locks 11. So like Laurel Highlands, they have plenty of weapons. We're about 9 minutes away from the opening tip-off tonight. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back with the starting lineups in the opening tip-off. Laurel Highlands and Belle Vernon from Mustang Corral here on WMBS, the Triple I High School Sports Network, the South Union Township Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com, and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Wishing the Mustangs a successful season.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you are looking to make some extra cash for your aluminum cans, visit Cherokee Recycling, where aluminum can is king. Cherokee Recycling is open Monday through Friday, 9 till 5, and Saturdays, 8 till 12 noon, closed Sundays and holidays. Give Marcus or Rags a call today at 724-439-3228 for Cherokee Recycling, where recycling makes the most sense.
Going on now at C. Harper Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Silverado for only $279 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles per year with 4,500 cash trade equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends January 31st, 2022. While supplies last. Residency restrictions apply. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 at Hopwood are proud supporters of local high school sports. For more information on the programs that the Catholic War Veterans provide, log on to the Catholic War Veterans website at www.cwv.org. You can also visit the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 on Facebook or phone 724-437-3088. That's 724-437-3088. 3088 for the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood.
Find more snuggle time this winter and be prepared for the cold with the help of First Federal Savings and Loan of Greene County. With a home improvement loan, a home equity loan, or a home equity line of credit, you can finally upgrade that old furnace, take care of that leaking roof, or replace those outdated floors. Keep the cold out and the warm and cozy in your home this winter. Visit a loan officer today or apply online at firstfederalofgreen.com. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 458729.
Keep your legal needs close to home. Attorney Vincent T. Berry specializes in criminal justice, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. Attorney T. Berry is located at 84 East Main Street, across the street from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. When you need to consult an attorney, make your first call to Attorney Vince T. Berry. It will be the only call you need to make. Call 724-430-0300. That's 724-430-0300.
Mom Maruka's Pizza Shop, located at 64 Barton Mill Road in Uniontown, is your prime place to enjoy local high school sports. Mom Maruka's is family-owned and operated, where pride of ownership certainly shows. The Sampson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salads, subs, and wings. Mom Maruka's is open Monday through Saturday, 4 to 10 for indoor-outdoor dining and takeout. Call 724-438-9066 or visit MomMarukaPizza.com for their menu.
Brian Morozak, Steve Superg, and Gary Frankhauser back here at Laurel Highlands High School, about 5 minutes away from the opening tip-off tonight. Let's take a look at your starting lineups. Being brought to you by Southwestern Gastrointestinal Specialists in Uniontown. Problems with the digestive tract or no picnic? Get help today. Call us WGI in Uniontown at 724-437-7677. Here's Steve.
Okay, starting tonight for Belle Vernon, coming in 12-0, 6-0 section play. Starting at guard, a 5'9" senior number 1, Devin Whitlock. At guard, a 6'1" senior number 3, Tyler Kovach. At forward, a 6'3" sophomore number 5, Quentin Martin. At guard, a 6' senior number 20, Daniel Gordon. And at forward, a 6'3" senior number 33, Joe Clancher. For the Mustangs coming in 11-0, 4-0 section play. Coming in tonight at guard, a 6'3" junior number 1, Keandre DeShields. At guard, a 6' junior number 2, Rodney Gallagher. At guard, a 6'1" junior number 3, Brandon Davis. At forward, a 6'2" senior number 15, Joey Chambers. And getting back in the starting lineup tonight, a 6'2" senior number 33, Nico Johns.
It's certainly nice to see the Mustangs healthy.
Yes, it is, and they're healthy, and you got Pratt available, and Tajai Hooper is coming in again, ready to go tonight. So they got the full arsenal at their disposal tonight.
Gary, always like to hear from folks checking in from different parts of the country. And how about our good buddy James Wolfslagle? We know him as Wolfie, checking in from Naples, Florida tonight.
He's on the line, and he's very excited to see the full house here at Laurel Highlands, and missing his days officiating these types of games.
For sure. Taking a look at some other games going on around the region tonight after a postponement yesterday. Uniontown back in action there at Mount Pleasant, playing a Section 3 4A game. Red Raiders off to an early lead in that one. It tipped off at 7 o'clock. Carmichael's also playing a conference game. They're hosting Jefferson Morgan tonight. And also around the region, Ringgold at Charleroi, West Green at Bentworth, and Brentwood at Chartiers Houston. Last night, what a win for Laurel Highlands, 75-21 over Connellsville. Also in the conference, Albert Gallatin down Ringgold, 75-67. And West Mifflin defeated Thomas Jefferson, 63-54. And guys, I'm impressed with Jay Fleener's squad. Albert Gallatin, they've been scrappy all year.
Yeah, really have been. They were just, Shea gets a lot out of those kids, and they've got some couple of good players that can score baskets in bunches. And, they just, they had a tough time against the Mustangs, but everybody's had a tough time against the Mustangs.
Other scores from last night down in 4A Section 3, Yorktown South Marlin 52-38, and Belle Vernon a 20-point win over Elizabeth Forward 68-48 as the Lefts gain firm control of that conference. Down in 3A, another program that's excelling. And Gary, I know you have a lot of friends down there in Brownsville. Another win for Stuart Davis's squad last night, 61-34 over Waynesburg. And we'll have them on WMBS a week from tomorrow against Uniontown. Washington also down McGuffey in that conference, and Charleroi over Beth Center. But Brownsville's in second place in their conference.
Yeah, it's good to see Stu having those guys play some quality basketball, getting some wins that have been absent in the Brownsville program of late. And he has worked over the past couple of years to really bring back some good quality fundamentals and getting some wins down there at Brownsville.
Down in 2A yesterday, California down Bentworth 53-47 in Monessen. A win over Fraser 65-35. West Green also in 1A snuck out a 1-point win over Avella 70-69. The Geibel at Mapletown game postponed. Also, Uniontown was scheduled to play Albert Gallatin today, but after their conference game yesterday against Mount Pleasant got wiped out, rescheduled for today. That Albert Gallatin Uniontown game will now be played on February the 12th at 12 noon. That's a Saturday afternoon over at Uniontown High School. And you see James Franklin now down there in the front row. Why don't you get a shot of Mr. Franklin down there checking in the action. We saw Pat Narduzzi here earlier, and I think Tommy Reese and a couple of the folks down there from Notre Dame as well. And just great to see these big-time Division I football coaches here watching some high school basketball tonight. Of course, a lot of them have their eyes both on Rodney Gallagher and Quentin Martin for Belle Vernon.
Well, it's you know what, it's a great opportunity for some of these other players to shine as well, and you just never know how one of these coaches might see something else they like in the on the shelf here. So you just never know.
We're back with the opening tip-off right after this. Laurel Highlands hosting Belle Vernon here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network and Facebook Live.
Chris Parker Jr. It's a new year, so what's new for 2022 at Autoland Hyundai?
2022 will bring a tax refund for many people. So if you're expecting a tax refund, stop in at Autoland and ask us about our deferred down payment program.
That makes buying a new Hyundai easier. Any other special offers?
The entire Hyundai lineup has great offers, such as the 2022 Venue hatchback with 0.9% APR up to 60 months. Or get $750 off with HMF bonus cash. And when the snow arrives, don't get stuck without all-wheel drive. Be prepared. Stop in at Autoland and check out our all-wheel drive Hyundai Konas, Tucsons, and Santa Fe's.
And of course, every new Hyundai comes with America's best warranty, 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain protection, and 3-year complimentary maintenance. Autoland Hyundai, downtown Uniontown. See them online at AutolandHyundai.com. Our phone 724-437-9999. That's 724-437-9999 for Autoland Hyundai.
Remember, you always pay less to drive the best at Autoland Hyundai.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com, and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Wishing the Mustangs a successful season.
When you are looking to make some extra cash for your aluminum cans, visit Cherokee Recycling, where aluminum can is king. Cherokee Recycling is open Monday through Friday, 9 till 5, and Saturdays, 8 till 12 noon, closed Sundays and holidays. Give Marcus or Rags a call today at 724-439-3228 for Cherokee Recycling, where recycling makes the most sense.
Let's face it, sometimes local is better. Locally grown, locally sourced, shop local, eat local. What about local expertise? At Allstate, Russ Playho is just that, a local. So contact Uniontown Allstate agent Russ Playho today at 724-439-9700. Russ can help you with the protection that's right for you and the things you love most. Allstate. Are you in good hands?
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Savings vary. Life insurance offered through Allstate Life Insurance Company and Allstate Assurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois, and American Heritage Life Insurance Company, Jacksonville, Florida.
With branches in Markleysburg, Connellsville, Hopwood, Uniontown, and Perryopolis, Somerset Trust Company is truly Fayette County's community bank. We invite you to stop by and experience the Somerset Trust Company difference. Local decision-making, convenient locations, extended hours, award-winning online and mobile banking, and more. Somerset Trust Company, community banking worth talking about. Branches and ATMs throughout Fayette County. UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
When it's time to service your vehicle, don't procrastinate. Call Rose Motors at 724-583-1944. Rose Motors, specializing in computer diagnostics, engine and electrical problems, brake service, electronic tune-ups, air conditioning repair, exhaust work, state inspection, and more. Looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? See Rose Motors, where financing is also available. Rose Motors, 42 River Avenue in Masontown. Serving the area for 3 generations. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, Saturday by appointment.
Brian Borozak, Steve Super, Gary Frankhouse, our rules analyst here tonight as well. Full house for the Mustangs and the Belle Vernon Leopards. And guys, it's been a while since we had an atmosphere like this for high school basketball action.
Well, it sure has. And this is this playoff feel, playoff action, and 2 good teams that could be vying for championships this year. Both of them as WPIAL and state championships. Both teams are this good. So this is a great test and a great matchup and a great atmosphere.
Mustangs wearing their alternate reds here today with blue numbers, white trim. Their bench off to our left. Belle Vernon, what's normally their home whites tonight. Their bench off to our right, green numbers and dark black trim for the Belle Vernon Leopards. And Gary, you're our rules analyst. Why don't you tell us about our game referees here tonight?
Sure, all-star crew here tonight for this Fayette County action. Well, partially Fayette County, I should say, for Belle Vernon. Billy Constantine, Travis Eisentrout, and Mr. Carter himself.
Tony Carter, we've seen a lot of him this year. Always does a fine job out on the court. Laurel Highlands 11-0, Belle Vernon 12-0, and something has to give tonight here at the Mustang Corral. Donnie Santor behind the camera on our Facebook Live feed. Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios.
Guys, sorry, Brian, don't think for a minute that these players don't know about all the coaches and all the people that are here. They got to be a little bit pumped up right now, wouldn't you think?
I would say so. Keandre DeShields in the center circle will jump against Quentin Martin. Billy Constantine to toss it up, and the Leps win the opening tip-off back to Daniel Gordon. They'll send it back to Devin Whitlock, who has it here high on the right. Watch there by Rodney Gallagher. Devin drives, scoop shot won't drop. Rebound tipped around. The control there by Gallagher. Mustangs working left to right as we describe it. Outlet pass forward down to Chambers. Kicks it back in the corner. Over to Keandre DeShields and back up top again to Rod. John's trying to set the screen. Rod staying with it. Good defense from Gordon. Switches back with Brandon Davis, who takes a long 2. Misses out the front of the rim. No good. And Gordon the rebound there for Belle Vernon.
And one thing you just watch for is that could almost a back court violation. But the shooting could be a little bit tighter tonight with all these people here and all the excitement.
And not as much room around the court as well. There's Martin driving inside, put it off the glass. His shot won't drop. Keandre the rebound there for Laurel Highlands. Head to Brandon Davis. Driving it here on the near side. Whistle and a foul called here on the left. What do you think the last time you had a head coach for Pitt and a head coach for Penn State attending a basketball game in Fayette County? Probably never has happened before.
I think that's when Mr. Wallace and I were seniors.
Yes.
The foul went on number 33, Clancher.
First of 2 free throws from Brandon Davis up all the way in good. Mustangs strike first, lead at 1-0.
And don't forget about Notre Dame.
Yes.
Notre Dame's here as well.
And Tommy Reese is down there, their offensive coordinator, and a couple other staff members down there.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, I know that happened when Jack Beener was a senior here.
Okay.
He's there this evening.
Davis made both free throws, a 2-0 lead for Laurel Highlands over Belle Vernon. Whitlock sending it off on the near side to Tyler Kovac, coming back off an injury, trying to fire a pass over to Quentin Martin. Couldn't handle it, and Gallagher picks it up there for the Mustangs. Rod brings it across, watched there by Devin. Will take an NBA range 3 from the near side and hit it. What a start for Gallagher and the Mustangs. 5 unanswered out of the gates. He played just over 75 seconds. Here's Whitlock back across, right of the lane. Little ball fake, pinned up, needs a little help. Gets it back from Clancher, who flips it back to Quentin Martin here between the circles. Watched by Keandre, now backs off, edge of the zone. Martin now working on the right side, trying to back in from the elbow. Lost the dribble, goes inside to Whitlock, and Whitlock a little pivot, and Gallagher with a block underneath. Ball comes loose here on the near side, and a foul called. Which way is it going to go?
I think that's going to be on Gallagher.
Yep, it's on Gallagher. It's first, and One thing you notice, a lot of chatter there between Gallagher and Whitlock. These kids have gone against each other for a long time now. And I don't know if it's friendly chatter or not. It doesn't appear to be.
Gets sent in to Devin Whitlock. He'll try a little dump down there to Martin. Gets free underneath and got fouled underneath by Joey Chambers. So the Mustangs pick up 2 quick fouls. But at least the good thing, guys, tonight, both of these teams, after some injuries and other situations earlier on in the season, back at full strength this evening.
Yeah, back at full strength, but still the Mustangs do not have that deep of a bench to really afford a lot of fouls. But, they've got, of course, Pratt sitting over there, and he seems to he provides a big spark. I almost consider him a starter the way he plays.
Martin made the first of 2 free throws. He's 65% for the season. Second of 2 free throws, no good. Mustangs the rebound underneath Keandre. Ball tipped out of bounds, went off of Daniel Gordon and out. So it's the Mustangs basketball. They lead it 5-1 here at the 6:10 mark of the opening quarter. Well, full court pressure now from Belle Vernon.
Both teams need to settle down a little bit. A lot of excitement, and just to get used to the flow of the game.
Here's Davis driving in, put it off the glass and in. Brandon Davis. His first field goal of the game, made 2 free throws earlier, and it's a 7-1 lead for Laurel Highlands. 5:54 left here in the first. Whitlock back on the other side, backs off from the elbow, has it on the wing, switches back with Gordon, who got fouled.
Whitlock stuck his leg out there. Did you see that, Garrett?
I did, and that's a good call there by Travis Eisentrout. Just saw that illegal screen out on the right side, and as you said, Belle Vernon and Laurel Highlands have neither seen quickness this much so far this season.
I think Davis initially thought, as I did too, he was going to be the one called for a reach-in. But as you said, away from the ball there against Whitlock. Yep.
He stuck his leg out, his right leg, and tried to get a block, and Travis Eisentrout right on top of it.
Davis holds on the far wing. Watch there by Daniel Gordon. Davis on the drive, and he got the basket to go in one. Are they going to give him the continuation? Yes, they will. Continuation granted for Brandon Davis, and he has 6 quick points. And Joe Salvino thought it was on the floor. And they might reverse this, guys.
Yeah, no basket.
They're going to say no basket. That was the initial call. They were going to count it, and then after a little discussion, took the points off the board. Here's Keandre out the inbounds pass. He got blocked by Quentin Martin, but Keandre able to regain, float it back high on the right. Nice save there from Gallagher. Takes a quick 3 near wing, rattles out. Loose ball underneath, and Keandre able to control it back for the Mustangs. Pretty move around. Martin couldn't finish. Got a second attempt, and Q with the block.
Now that's a difference right there. Keandre.
Off to Gordon, who sends in the 3 from the far wing. Daniel Gordon. That's his 23rd made 3 of the season. And Belle Vernon back to within 3. It's 7-4.
I was going to say, with Martin there, Keandre just doesn't get to lay that in. He had to make some maneuvers there, try to scoop, and couldn't make it.
Gallagher, another 3 out the front of the rim, no good. Chambers, a nice rebound there over Tyler Kovac to keep it alive. Back on the inside, Keandre spinning, and he got fouled. Shot wouldn't drop, and he'll have 2 free throws upcoming.
It's probably going to be on number 3. That's
Kovac.
So they're spreading the fouls around. 4 fouls all on one player each.
Talk about talented young players, and one of those guys about to check in for Belle Vernon, Alonzo Wade, only a freshman, 6'2", averages 6.7 points a game, and he'd be starting on a lot of teams that didn't have the star power like Belle Vernon has.
And he played about 3/4 of that JV game, so he should be warmed up.
Keandre makes the first of 2 free throws, his first point of the game for the Mustangs. Came in averaging 24 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals per game. And he's 81% for the season for the free throw line. It's an 8-4 lead for Laurel Highlands here at the 4:38 mark of the first. Now Keandre's second of 2 on the way and no good. Battle for the rebound on the far side. Nico Johns with some good hustle. Gets the rebound and draws the foul.
That's a second on Whitlock, I believe.
Yes, it is. Second on Whitlock.
It's a big foul for Whitlock and the Leopards occurring here at the 4:35 mark of the first. Of course, on the floor, so Gallagher will be the trigger man here for the Mustangs, right to the basket in the Leopard zone.
Good job by Nico Johns to get that rebound.
Brandon Davis, long 3 off the mark. Leopards let it go out of bounds. It'll be their basketball. Daniel Gordon has sent it in. So how long do you stick with Whitlock out there with 2 personals here in the opening quarter?
And I think you got to stay with him for a little while here just to settle the ship, especially since they're behind.
Drives on the inside, a missed rebound, tipped around. Gordon finds it, gets fouled going back up.
Could be second on Chambers, or either that or Davis.
And Gordon, one of those guys, Steve, we mentioned during the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show, doesn't get as much hype as Whitlock and Martin, but he's a solid player, and you're right, that's the second on Joe Chambers.
That'll probably get Pratt in the game.
First of 2 free throws from Gordon, short out the front of the rim. He's usually pretty reliable from the foul line, came in 74%, 23 of 31 for the season.
I think the Mustangs got caught in thinking they had a break out there early and didn't secure that rebound.
Gordon's second free throw, though, is good. He has 4 of the 5 points for the Leopards early on. It's an 8-5 lead for Laurel Highlands. 4:18 left here in the first as Davis sends it into Rodney Gallagher. Now Gallagher out of his own zone. Picked up there by Whitlock. Switches back up top to Davis. Over to Keandre. A little fumble, but a regain there from Keandre to Shields. Now backs off. Edge of the zone again to Brandon Davis. Davis driving in on Kovac. Martin came over to help, but it wouldn't slow down Brandon Davis on that drive. He has 6 already. Mustangs lead extended to 10-5. Here's Gordon coming back. Driving back on Chambers, a miss. And Nico Johns the rebound. Sends it over to Joe, and the Mustangs will bring it back across here with Keandre.
Good job by Johns, getting some rebounds.
Left to the lane, long 2, good for Keandre DeShields. His first field goal of the game, he has 3, and the Mustangs just like that, Steve. Off to a 7-point lead at 12-5.
Yeah, good start for the Mustangs, and it's a good team. Belle Vernon is no pushover.
Kovac a touch out to Gordon, watched there by Davis. Switches back to Alonzo Wade. He's the talented freshman we were telling you about. And now Whitlock, long 3 from up top off the front of the rim, no good. And Johns a little tip off the rebound, sending it over to Brandon Davis.
Give him a rebound on that one.
Over to Keandre, 3 on the way from the far wing, off the mark. And Chambers went up for the rebound and got undercut there by Wade.
Yep, dangerous play there. And Wade kind of got caught actually Chambers kind of jumped up and fell into him. And Wade had to almost try to catch him and then kind of shoved him.
Tajai Hooper will check into the game, replacing Joe Chambers. I mentioned Chambers with 2 personal fouls. Whitlock remaining on the floor with 2 for Belle Vernon. 3:02 left here in the first. Davis, bounce pass inside Johns. A lot of contact. Shot attempt, no good. No foul, and Whitlock picks it back up here for the Leopards. And Whitlock coming back, and they're going to get Keandre for a foul here. I was surprised you did not see a foul there on Martin underneath. On the other side.
And you could have had a foul on Davis before they called the foul on DeShields, but officials letting them play. Finally, Travis Eisentraut seen enough. He had to call one of those fouls. It's eventually. And now Tony Carter is moving the student section back off the court a little bit.
Getting a little close on that far side. They're one of the best photos over there, and I applaud the creativity of the Laurel Highlands students. They have Gallagher dressed as a parent, and I think that's a baby Whitlock he's holding over there. They are very creative, are the Laurel Highlands students. There's Daniel Gordon, a step back long 2. Foot was on the line. It was no good, and Ty Hooper into the game, able to pull it up the court to Rodney. Gallagher gets the basket to go and 1. What a spin and a finish on the inside from Rod.
That got James Franklin out of the seat.
That's what I was just going to say. That's what these coaches came to see.
And it's a 14-5 lead for the Mustangs with a free throw upcoming here for Gallagher. So the lead at 9, and that's the second on Alonzo Wade, the freshman. And that was sweet. And now Gallagher's free throw good, so he caps it off. He has 6 here in the opening quarter, a 15-5 lead. In an electric atmosphere tonight at Laurel Highlands High School. 2:25 left here in the first. There's Whitlock on the far wing, guarded there by Tajai Hooper. Near side, Daniel Gordon back to Whitlock. Long 3 that could hit the net.
Yeah,
that'll be Mustangs basketball.
Baseball net for the batting cage practice. That's a little low. That thing is,
We've seen Whitlock, and it seems, I know he has great range, Steve, but he's forced a couple of threes here early on.
Yeah.
Mustangs get it back, leading 15-5.
He's a driver and slasher, and he's not going to go against too many teams that have the speed of Gallagher, Davis, and DeShields.
I agree. Here's Gallagher between the circles, watched there by Tyler Kovac. Near wing, Davis takes the 3 and connects from the outside. He was fronted there by Gordon. Didn't let it bother him at all, and Davis with that make has 9. Timeout Leopards will take one as well. 1:48 left here in the first. 18-5 Laurel Highlands. We're back at 60 from the C.R. Piranha Group High School Sports Night.
Going on now at C. Harper Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Silverado for only $279 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles per year. With 4,500 cash trade equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Payment is for tax, title fees, and first payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends January 31st, 2022. While supplies last. Residency restrictions apply. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Further, Paul Borges Jr.
18-5 Laurel Highlands leading Belle Vernon. Our live video stream courtesy of Uniontown Detailing and the Catholic War Vets Post 1669 in Hopwood on the South Union Township Sports Network, brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and Agent David Hughes, United Bank, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown, Jason Scott, South Union Township Supervisor, SWGI in Uniontown, and Zebly Mahalovan and White, Uniontown Business and Bankruptcy Attorneys. Nice to have you along with us tonight. An 18-5 lead for Laurel Highlands over Belle Vernon, approaching the 92nd mark of the opening quarter. High arcing 2, no good there from Gordon. Keandre the Shields, the rebound there for Laurel Highlands. The Shields coming back, handing off Davis, coming baseline far side. Another foul called down low, guys.
That's going to be on Kovac. Should be a second.
Now you have Kovac with 2, Wade with 2, and Whitlock with 2 on the Belle Vernon side. That's team foul number 8, and a 1-and-1 opportunity here for Brandon Davis. They didn't rule that in the act, but I think it actually was in the act, so Davis is going to get 2 regardless, and he'll connect upon his first of 2 to give him 10 here in the opening quarter.
What a bonus for Rick Hogger to be able to bring in off the bench Mr. Pratt, Jaden Pratt, is just really as he'd probably start on about 95% of the teams we've seen this year, or maybe 100.
Second of 2 free throws, good again for Brandon Davis. The Mustangs running away here early on, leading Belle Vernon 20-5. 1:21 left here in the first. You also have another pretty good bench player that we're just getting accustomed to seeing, just a second game back to Jai Hooper, picks up the foul.
Tony Carter with the block call there has to try to clean things up a little bit and keep it a straight game.
Whitlock staying out there with 2 personals for Belle Vernon. Trying to a crossover up top, kicks in the corner. That's Logan Cunningham for 3. Came up short. Whitlock got the rebound, just lost it out of bounds. And back over to Laurel Highlands. And Whitlock just doesn't seem to be the typical Devin Whitlock that we've been accustomed to over the years.
Well, he is definitely a little frustrated right now, but you cannot take your eye off of him, that's for sure.
As soon as you do that, he'll go off. Here's Hooper in the corner for 3, off the mark. Good look. Whitlock the rebound, running back here for the Leps. Whitlock right down the lane, trying to alley-oop to Martin. Couldn't get the dunk to go, but Q's able to lay it up and in for his first field goal of the game. He has 3. Leps, though, still down 13. And coming back, they're going to get Davis here for a push-off.
Lowered his shoulder a little bit, and that'll be the first on Davis.
Leps get it back, looking for a little momentum swing, down 13 here at the 38-second mark of the opening quarter. It's sent into Devin Whitlock on the far side. I'll bring it across, picked up there by Hooper. Whitlock sending it off on the near wing to Clancher, then Whitlock gets it back again. Whitlock on the inside, floats it off the glass, shot wouldn't drop. Martin going for the rebound, finds it, goes strong, and draws another foul down low.
That'll be on Pratt. Good luxury to have for the Mustangs to get a big guy in there like Pratt to eat up some of those fouls.
Well, we've had 15 total fouls called already here in the first half. You go back to last night's Laurel Highlands Connellsville game that we brought you. I think we only had 1 foul until about the 4-minute mark of the second quarter.
I think the officials forgot their whistles
yes.
at the start of that game.
Martin makes the first of 2 free throws here. He's 2 of 3 from the foul line, has 4 points. Again, came in 46 of 70 for the season, 65%. Martin now for a second of 2. Up on the way and good for Quentin Martin. So Martin with 5, Leps back to within 11, down 20-9. 15 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Mustangs will play for the last shot.
And Coach Hogger giving it to Tony Carter about something. Didn't like a couple calls, apparently.
Davis up top. He'll take a three. It's off the mark on the backside. Off a little tip. Davis got it back, then was stripped. And from three-quarter court, Quentin Martin puts it off the glass. Last night, Pratt hit one in the third quarter from almost that exact same spot for the Mustangs. So after one quarter of basketball, it's Laurel Highlands 20, Belle Vernon 9. We're back with a second and 60 seconds here in the CR Prada Group High School Sports Night.
It's year-end clearance time at Thurby's Riverside Ford. This is the time and this is the place. With Truck Month incentives, get 0% Ford credit financing for 60 months on new 2021 Ford F-150s in stock. Ford F-150, the toughest truck for the toughest jobs, and the best-selling truck on the planet for 45 years. During our year-end clearance, take advantage of 0% Ford credit financing incentives on all new 2021 Ford Ranger, Explorer, and Edge. Come and experience your presidential award-winning dealer, Thurby's Riverside Ford, located 1 mile past Lady Luck Casino. Approved Ford Motor Credit financing required. Offer ends January 30th, 2022. Stop in and see Sammy, Ashley, Jimmy, or Joey.
Brian Morozek, Steve Suprick, and Gary Frankhauser back with you here at Laurel Highlands High School. Laurel Highlands Mustangs a 20-9 lead over the Belle Vernon Leopards. Donnie Santor behind the camera on our Facebook Live feed. Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Nice to have you along with us for a Wednesday night of high school basketball. We're back with more action on Friday. Mustangs hosting Norwood. Another 7 o'clock start for the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show and a 7:30 tip-off. Laurel Highlands working left to right as we describe it here in the second quarter, leading by 11. There's Keandre DeShields floating it back to Rodney Gallagher. Now Brandon Davis here on the near side. Kick back in the corner to Keandre, coming far baseline, a little slip, lost the basketball out of bounds, and over to Belle Vernon.
Belle Vernon dropping back into a zone there to start the second quarter, Brian, probably to protect against some fouls.
And Keandre, Steve, in this opening quarter hasn't been as solid as we've seen him earlier on in the season, but Martin's been on him most of the night as Whitlock drives, hands off to Martin, and he got swatted there by Jaden Pratt. Wow. Yeah. Big time block from Jaden. Off to Keandre. He'll come inside, floated it up, couldn't get the shot to drop. Maybe a frustration foul, yep.
A little frustration there by Keandre. That's going to be his second.
Fouling Martin there off the rebound. And that'll be a 1-and-1 back on the other side. 8th team foul.
Martin thought he was going to get a dunk there, and all of a sudden Pratt came in from Hopwood, and he
did.
Slashed it away.
Fouls could end up playing a factor before all is said and done tonight, guys. The front end of a 1-and-1 there, no good from Quentin Martin. Martin now 3 of 5 from the foul line in this game. Mustangs get it back. Brandon Davis far wing and into the Leopard zone. Swings it near wing. Gallagher's high arcing three goes down. Rod's on fire tonight, has 9 already. His second made 3 of the evening, and the Laurel Highlands lead increased now to 23-9. Davis almost a steal. Gordon keeps it alive, floats it in the lane. Shot wouldn't drop. Martin going for the rebound. Tipped around out on the far side and kept alive there by the Leopards. And a nice board there from Logan Cunningham. And now the ball juggled on the far side. And it'll be ruled here. Leopards basketball in the Laurel Highlands zone.
One thing you see, both teams with a lot of speed, and they're having to utilize that speed a lot more tonight than they have all season. So we'll watch for later in the game if the teams get a little tired.
Here's Gordon on the inside. Gordon, a floater, gets it to go. Daniel Gordon with 6 early points. And officials timeout. Both of these teams also played yesterday. We mentioned Belle Vernon, a 20-point win over Elizabeth Ford. Mustangs cruise 75-21 over Connellsville. Maybe some blood on the jersey of Braden Locks, who just checked into the game.
Wow.
Don't see any blood on his jersey, but
they're making him check out for one reason or another. Unless the substitution wasn't legal. No, he does have some blood there, right on the D.
I saw him go to the table, so the substitution was correct.
Yeah, he has some blood there right on the D of Leopards on the front jersey, and you can certainly tell that blood on the white uniforms. If they were on the Laurel Highlands alternate reds here today, you probably wouldn't see it. And Rodney will bring it across here for the Mustangs. You also have A.J. Sumter into the game for the first time tonight. Sumter earned a couple of spot starts for Laurel Highlands, and Gallagher up top, long two, rattles out. Martin had the rebound. He's able to control it with numbers coming back. Off to his left to a driving Gordon, who's able to finish there for the Leopards. And I'm impressed with Daniel Gordon here early on with 8 points for Belle Vernon. But the Leopards still trail by 12 with 23-11. 6:10 left before halftime. Sumter back to Gallagher, near side Davis. Bounces it over to Sumter, back to Rod. NBA range 3, far wing. Will not drop underneath. Joey Chambers had the rebound, lost it, and Gordon on the ground. Able to keep it alive there for the Leopards. Off to the freshman Alonzo Wade.
Chambers had it, just lost it. He comes down with that ball. He needs to put it right back up, and he just couldn't get a handle on it.
Martin now posting up on Sumter, pulls it back to Whitlock. Open look on the wing, drains the three. Nothing but the bottom of the net there for Devin Whitlock. His first points of the night come from outside the arc, and just like that, the Leopards back to within 7, down 23-16.
Well, you knew they weren't going to go run and hide.
5:30 left before halftime. A little deflection. Gallagher keeps it alive, and you can tell Belle Vernon has went a little more up-tempo defense. Long three, far side, no good. Davis, but the Mustangs clean it up down low. Was that Pratt there on the tip?
Yep. Jaden Pratt.
Pratt again coming free down low. His first 2 off the Mustang bench. Lead at 9 at 25-16. 5:09 left before halftime. A spinning Martin lost the dribble. Pulls it back out to the freshman Wade, who puts it up. No good. Whistle.
Gonna call goaltending. He hit the backboard.
So give the bucket to Martin. Or no, I'm sorry. Wade, yeah.
So Wade gets his first 2 via goaltending violation.
I don't think it would have went in anyway. He did hit the backboard, but he didn't make it move very much. That's a break for the Leopards.
25-18. Laurel Highlands lead again down to 7. So we go under 5 minutes left before halftime. Gallagher, far wing, Brandon Davis lost the handle. Not sure if it was poked or not. Nonetheless, Leopards back on it. And it's Wade again, taking a 3 from the far wing. Missed it out the front of the rim, no good. Gallagher had the rebound, trying to hang on, trying to get a timeout called. They're going to call a jump ball. I think the arrow does favor Belle Vernon right now. And the Leps will take it out here.
Just the speed of the game has increased, for both these teams. And probably neither one of these teams have seen a team against them that has been this talented. So both teams have thrown a lot of energy out.
They really haven't used all year.
Yeah.
Whitlock, a little room on the far side, put it off the glass. Shot wouldn't drop. Martin, another rebound. Is fouled on the putback attempt. Shot wouldn't drop, but Hugh, another pair of free throws upcoming.
Sumter on the foul.
Yep, and that's another good foul for the Mustangs. You got guys like Sumter and Pratt coming in, picking up a couple fouls and saving your starters.
Now Martin will get 2 free throws here. We've had 17 total fouls in this game, 9 against Laurel Highlands, 8 against Belle Vernon. And Martin makes his first of 2. Martin so far 4 of 6 from the free throw line. He scored 6 points. Daniel Gordon, the leading scorer for Belle Vernon so far with 8. Brandon Davis with 11 for the Mustangs. Rodney Gallagher's also scored 9. Second of 2 free throws, spinning out there for Martin. The Mustangs the rebound, leading by 6. Gallagher back across. Sumter setting the screen. Rod, a floater in the lane, won't drop. Hustled, got his own rebound. Comes back inside, got too deep trying to reset. They're going to say his foot was on the far boundary line, so Rod will out of bounds, and the Leopards will get it back.
You've got to believe both these teams have the capability of having runs, and I think we're right in the midst of a Belle Vernon run, and that's why Coach Hogger calls a timeout.
We'll take one as well. Back in 60, Mustangs up 25-19 here on the CR Brana Group High School Sports Night.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? M&R Transit is now hiring van drivers. Van drivers must be 26 years of age, have a valid driver license, and a clean driving record. Van drivers must be able to obtain all clearances. For more information, call 724-439-3164. That's 724-439-3164, or apply in person at M&R Transit, 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue. M&R Transit wishes the Laurel Highlands Mustangs good luck.
For attorney Melinda Della Rose, helping people with compassionate counseling, candid legal advice, strong advocacy, and professional commitment is what she does best. With an office at 99 East Main Street in downtown Uniontown, attorney Della Rose specializes in family law, municipal law, and general civil litigation, as well as personal injury, estate planning, probate, and more. For more information, call attorney Melinda Della Rose at 724-437-3200, 724-437-3200, or online at dellaroselaw.com.
Belle Vernon with the basketball for the Laurel Highlands. Timeout missed from Whitlock. Ball tipped out of bounds. Will go in the Mustangs' direction. Laurel Highlands on top, 25-19. 4:04 left before the halftime break.
Now both teams trying to settle in a little bit. Like you said, like Gary said, that Belle Vernon is going through a zone, try to save some of those fouls.
There's Davis on the near side. Hard pass down low. Keandre finds it. Was blocked there by Martin. No foul called. Ball loose on the court. And the Leopards have it. And Jaden Pratt fell over the back of Quentin Martin. And Jaden will pick up his second personal foul.
Unfortunate for Pratt. He just kind of got stumbled in there. He stumbled right over the back. And that'll be the second on him. But what's one thing you haven't seen the Shields do is he's actually had to change some of his shots because of the athleticism of Martin down there. You know, Martin not going to give up any easy buckets around the basket. And
Keandre just one field goal in this game, Steve. 3 points. Has not been able to dominate tonight like we've been accustomed to seeing from him throughout the course of the season. And Whitlock misses on the first of 2 free throws. And the Leps have been hovering around 50% for the from the foul line tonight.
You better get your buddy George to start waving that finger a little differently, maybe change it around a little bit.
Yeah, try to get Keandre going tonight.
Yeah.
Whitlock makes the second free throw. He's been quiet as well, just 4 points for Devin Whitlock. It's a 25-20 lead for Laurel Highlands. 3:42 left before halftime. Gallagher far side, Keandre floats it back, edge of the zone there to Rodney Gallagher again. Off to Pratt from the foul line, got stripped by Gordon. Into the hands of Braden Locks, and it'll be the freshman Alonzo Wade bringing it across. Back in the corner to Gordon, trying to swing it out front. No one home, but Martin able to track it down in front of the scorer's table. Martin now resets here between the circles. Watched by Keandre, lost the dribble, regains, out to Gordon. Long three, and he hit it from the parking lot. Daniel Gordon showing some range. He has 11 so far, and just like that, after falling behind big time early on, the Leopards back to within 2 at 25-23.
Well, not only back within 2, but they seem to have all the momentum right now.
Keandre driving. This time he does draw the foul on the inside. You had both Locks and Martin there.
It's Martin.
Just his first, though. We have 2 free throws here from Keandre, and now Nico Johns getting set to check in off the Mustang bench.
Well, you can see the Mustangs not as comfortable right now against this Belle Vernon defense, who has stepped up their game after a couple of good timeouts by Coach Salvino.
Keandre, first of 2 good. Keandre now 2 of 3 from the foul line tonight. Came in 81% for the season, 31-38.
He's only got 4 points. He's averaging over 24 a game, so he has been kind of shut down a little bit.
2:57 left here in the second quarter. Second of 2 from Keandre, no good. Battle for the rebound on the near side. Gallagher tracks it down. The Mustang lead at 3. Gallagher tried to send it over to Johns, got deflected, and Daniel Gordon back on it here on the near side. On the wing, little touch from Kovac. Back to Gordon. Gordon jumper left of the lane. Good Daniel Gordon, and so far he's been my Davis and Davis player of the game. Daniel Gordon been red hot with 13. Left back to within 1. Down 26-25.
Well, that was a contested shot by Chambers, and Gordon did a good job of kind of fading away, kind of just shoved it up there. It was a high arcing shot.
Here's Gallagher back over to Brandon Davis. Long 3, maybe he'll advise, but he knocked it down. And Davis has 14 for the Mustangs.
Well, he's got, him and the Shields can pretty much shoot whenever they want, I would think.
And Gordon and Davis showing their range, and coming baseline. A carry's going to be called there on the drive from Whitlock.
Ball got caught on his hip, took an extra step, and actually that was probably a break for Belle Vernon, because Mustangs would have came out of there with a little bit of a break. Chambers got it, gave it right out on the wing, and they were going to be off to the races.
Now Davis, 3 though, so big just to try to swing the momentum back in the Mustangs' direction. He's trying to stay hot. Misses this time. Battle for the rebound on the far side. Keandre finds it. Missed on the putback. Davis comes crashing in. Third attempt on the possession. Davis gets it to go, and he has 16 already. Lead at 31-25. Gordon back on the other side. Foul called here on the floor. It's going to be 2 shots regardless. Both teams in the double bonus.
It's a second on Davis. Come back hustling, and it's a good job. Davis all over the floor, running around, and like I said, you're going to have to watch for the conditioning of these guys. They have not had to play this hard for this long in any game so far. And I know we're still only in the second quarter, but they haven't had to do it.
It's been up-tempo from the starts. Daniel Gordon, 74% this season from the free throw line, makes his first of 2 here. That's 14 points tonight for Gordon. He's 2 of 3 from the foul line. He came in averaging 14.5 points a game, 6-foot senior guard for the Leps. Lead down to 5, make it 4 as Gordon rattles home the second free throw. Give him 15 for the game. 31-27 Mustangs. 1:40 left before halftime. Here's Davis back across. Far wing Keandre DeShields. Little ball fake back in Brandon's direction. High on the left. Comes free off a screen inside. No look pass in the corner. Chambers. He'll fire the 3 and hit it. Joey Chambers. His first points of the night come from outside the arc. And the Mustangs lead by 7 at 34-27.
Joey's not the greatest shooter, but he's good enough. And he's good enough to catch and shoot in the corner, and they have to guard him out there.
Gordon looking for an answer back. His 3 ball was an air ball, but a foul called underneath.
It's going to be on Nico Johns.
Backing out on the rebound. It's going to be a 2-shot foul, not a player control or a team control, so that is a shooting foul.
Both teams will be in the double bonus the rest of the first half. The Mustangs well over the limit. The Leopards have committed 9 so far. It'll be Tyler Kovac, again coming off an injury. First of 2 free throws, not close there from Tyler. He struggled at the foul line after that miss. Now 1 of 7 this season for Kovac from the free throw line. Came in averaging 3.5 points a game. Second of 2 free throws good there for Tyler. His first point of the game. 34-28 Mustangs. 1:08 left here in the second quarter.
One thing this foul trouble has done, forced the Belle Vernon Leopards back into their zone. They can't press.
It's kind of slowed the Mustang offense down, though, Steve. I think it's been effective.
Here's Davis, far winging in. No look pass down to Keandre, near block, put it off the glass and in. Keandre DeShields gives him 6. Mustang lead back up to 8 at 36-28. 44 seconds left here in the second quarter. Whitlock guarded by Gallagher. Off balance shot, good for Devin Whitlock. Watch for him to start heating up. He has 6.
Yeah, he's chirping a little bit at Gallagher after the play.
Pretty move from Davis. Got blocked initially. Able to stay with it and put it up and in. And Davis has 18.
Boy, he's been playing terrific, really keeping the Mustangs ahead.
17 seconds left before halftime. Whitlock up top, no look pass off to Kovac. Little ball fake, try to kick in the corner, looking there for Wade.
Almost took Joe Chambers' head off.
Fired the passing. This one of the saxophone players got it over there.
Watch out for the band. The band's on the field.
Mr. Kalich over there sending it in. It'll be the Leopards basketball.
He's getting an earful from the Mustang student section.
11 seconds left in the quarter. Goes into Kovac. On the near wing, Quentin Martin. They're going to take it down to 5 seconds left. Now up top, Whitlock. Floater in the lane. Try to draw the contact. Shot one drop. Davis the rebound. Try to send it forward to Chambers, but time expires. And we've reached halftime with your score: Laurel Highlands 38, Belle Vernon 30. We'll recap the first half scoring for you in a moment here on WMBS, the WPIAL High School Sports Network, the South Union Township Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes with the colon cancer screening update. If you have no close family member with colorectal cancer or precancerous polyps, you are at average risk and should begin screening at age 45. Colonoscopy is the most sensitive screening test and only needs done every 10 years. Stool fit testing and Cologuard are usually effective screening options, with fit testing done yearly and Cologuard done every 3 years. Learn more at swgispecialist.com.
When you need a vaccine, look to Peachin Pharmacy as a partner in your health. Peachin Pharmacy has all of the COVID-19 vaccines, including boosters, at no cost to you. They also have the shingles and pneumonia vaccine. Schedule online, by phone, or just walk in. When you are ready, get your vaccine at Peachin Pharmacy, located in downtown Connellsville.
Peachin Pharmacy,
your local pharmacy. Going on now at C. Harper Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Silverado for only $279 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles per year with 4,500 cash trade equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Payment is for tax, title fees, and first payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends January 31st, 2022. While supplies last. Residency restrictions apply. Call dealer for all the details at 724-929-8000.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Wishing the Mustangs a successful season.
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown, family owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Where can you go these days and have your gas pumped for you, oil checked, and windshield cleaned? Joe B's Golf. That's where. Joe B's Golf is conveniently located at the corner of Fayette and Beeson Boulevard. Joe B's Golf is a fast, friendly, full-service gas station serving the Uniontown area in the same location for over 47 years. Joe B's Golf offers lockout services, general repairs, tire repair, fenced-in storage lots, state inspection, golf products, and AAA 24-hour car and light truck towing service. Call 724-438-0681.
Back here at Laurel Highlands High School, the Mustangs leading the Belle Vernon Leopards 38-30. Steve, is your halftime stats are brought to you by Peachin's Pharmacy, located inside the downtown Connellsville Peachin Market.
Okay, for Belle Vernon, Whitlock finishes with 6 points, Kovacs with 1, Wade with 2, Martin 6. Gordon leads the way with 15. They had 9 in the first, 21 in the second, 30 at the half. For the Mustangs, the Shields kind of held in check for a while, just 6 points in the first half. Gallagher with 9. Davis, though, on fire with 18 points. Pratt chips in 2, and Chambers hit a 3. He's got 3 points. They scored 20 in the first, 18 in the second, and they lead it 38-30 at the half.
By the way, after 3 quarters of play, Uniontown a 56-35 lead over Mount Pleasant tonight, so the Red Raiders off to a good start tonight as well. Their only conference loss came against Belle Vernon earlier on this season. Our live video stream on the WMBS side tonight, courtesy of Uniontown Detailing and the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood. On the South Union Township Sports Network, brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and agent David Hughes. United Bank, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law. Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown. Jason Scott, South Union Township Supervisor. SWGI in Uniontown, and Zebly Mahalov and White, Uniontown Business and Bankruptcy Attorneys. Mustangs lead at 38-30 over Belle Vernon. A reminder, we're back here again on Friday with Laurel Highlands hosting Norwin on the air with our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show at 7. Opening tip-off set for 7:30. Second half comes your way next. Mustangs an 8-point lead, 38-30. We're back in a moment from Laurel Highlands High School here on WMBS, the Triple High School Sports Network, the South Union Township Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair. Currently in their 59th year of providing quality, reliable service to the community, Ted Silva & Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They will gladly blueprint your vehicle for repair, and they will work with your insurance company. With a paint booth that utilizes the environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Silva & Son not only cares for our community and our children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it is the goal of Ted Silva & Son to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way possible. Family owned and operated for 59 years. Call 724-437-2351 for Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair, LLC. Proud to sponsor local high school sports.
Simply Sweet, a party boutique. Located at 21 North Basin Avenue, is the sweetest little boutique in the area. Simply Sweet is filled with Valentine's Day party decor, paper goods, and gifts for your favorite Valentine, Galentine, or sweet little time. Surprise someone special this Valentine's Day or anytime with one balloon or a bunch from Simply Sweet's Balloon Bar. Simply call 724-317-4929. Simply Sweet Boutique also specializes in balloon decor, event rentals, and event planning.
Go to Ford Uniontown and trade me in.
Hello, this is John Clinton, and I want to share with you just how easy it is to purchase an incoming vehicle here at Ford Uniontown. When you arrive, we'll show you all the inbound inventory that we have coming. We'll go over all the packages and equipment. Then we'll appraise your current vehicle and put together an offer just for you. When you accept the offer, we tag that vehicle sold and call you when it arrives. It's just that simple. Of course, we'll go over all the purchase and lease incentives to make sure no details are overlooked. Nothing inbound catch your eye and you have a bit more time, we'll be happy to place a factory order special for you. Have you heard about these historic trade values? It's all true and you don't want to miss out. Are you thinking more pre-owned? We have over 100 Ford and non-Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs are ready to move. I have a special thank you for our recent customers that helped us raise $5,000 for the Fayette Friends of Animals and $4,000 for the Fayette County Food Bank. Your car knows, shouldn't you? Top of the hill across from Applebee's or FordofUniontown.com.
Casey Sports Cafe, owned by the Vernon family, is located on South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Casey's has reopened for dine-in services with new hours, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Saturday and Sunday 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Meals are home cooked and range from a variety of steaks, chicken and veal parmesan, liver and onions, along with appetizers, salads, wings, and sandwiches. Casey's offers free delivery in the Uniontown area with purchases of $10 or more. Phone 724-550-4126 for Casey Sports Cafe.
I'm attorney Bill Martin, partner at Radcliffe Law. When you're in an accident, it can be frightening. You have to deal with insurance companies, medical bills, doctors, and employers, all while trying to recover from your injuries. We want you to concentrate on getting well and allow us to handle the rest. We have 40 years of experience at handling all sorts of personal injury cases here at Radcliffe Law. Call our office today at 724-439-3939 to set up your free consultation. We have Saturday appointments available. Radcliffe Law, making the law.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? M&R Transit is now hiring van drivers. Van drivers must be 26 years of age, have a valid driver license, and a clean driving record. Van drivers must be able to obtain all clearances. For more information, call 724-439-3164. That's 724-439-3164, or apply in person at M&R Transit, 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue. M&R Transit wishes the Laurel Highlands Mustangs good luck.
Back here at Laurel Highlands High School, 38-30, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs leading the Belle Vernon Leopards. I think we even saw Tony Hanola getting his photo taken with James Franklin there at halftime. Tony loves the Penn State football program. Quick three from Brandon Davis to start the third quarter, and Brandon gets fouled here on the near wing.
I think Franklin got his autograph.
He did. Tony's going to have that photo up in his basement forever. Leopards get it back here with Devin Whitlock. Setting the screen up top there is Clancher.
Travel.
It's going to be a travel. You're right, guys. Right on top of it.
Big statistic in the first half there, Brian. The Mustangs were 7 for 7 from the line. And although Belle Vernon went to the line 15 times, they only hit 9.
We thought they'd be floating around 50%. Laurel Highlands as a team came in 74%. Long two up top. Gallagher. No! And what a slam there from Keandre on the follow. Big time dunk.
Charge.
And a charge called on Q on the other side.
Good job by Nico Johns.
That might be the dunk of the year for Keandre.
And that's exactly what we're talking about. And James Franklin got out of his seat and kind of looked around and gave it a look like, whoa, where did this kid come from? And that's the kind of thing a kid could get a kid noticed right there. You got some big-time coaches in the stands, and they see something like that.
Now he's a wide receiver, too, is Keandre.
And we saw that at halftime. We were talking about that. Keandre averaging over 24 a game, sitting at 6 at halftime, and Quentin Martin averaging over 20 a game, sitting at 6 also. We were waiting to see which one or both of them might break out here in the second half. We saw one already.
I hope our man Snaggs got that on camera. I'm sure he did.
I'm sure he did.
He's pretty good at that camera.
So a little momentum swing back in the Mustangs' direction to start this third quarter. Keandre up top, Gallagher far side, a little touchback. Chambers over to Davis, near side Rod again.
And you're starting to see some of that ball movement that they've been so good at.
Davis back to Gallagher, a little ball fake, kicks it in the corner. Chambers back to Davis, and now Keandre.
Good patience.
Yes. Keandre now coming baseline near side, got around Clancher, a little bump not called. Shot attempt off the mark, and Belle Vernon able to find it as Gordon spins back through center. Will take a three from the near wing and hit it. Boy, this kid's tough from the outside. Daniel Gordon with 18.
Davis got away with a bump there, no foul call.
Leps back to within 7. Keandre over to Rodney Gallagher on the wing in the corner. Davis fires the three at the front of the rim. No good. Offensive rebound. Keandre comes back inside. Missed on the putback. Looking for a third attempt on the possession. Scrum on the floor. We'll get a jump ball. This time the arrow favors Belle Vernon.
Davis, or the Shield, just a little bouncing the ball, trying to get that power dribble. It might have been better off just to put it right back up, and I think that's what Gallagher's talking to him about.
Nonetheless, it'll be Belle Vernon's basketball back. They trail by 7. 40-33 in favor of Laurel Highlands. 6:25 left here in the third quarter. Brian Morozak along with Steve Suprick and Gary Frankhauser. A little poke there from Johns, able to free it up to Brandon Davis. Davis right down the lane, leans, misses, but a blocking foul called here on the Leopards.
Could be on Martin. Let's see who they call it on. Yep.
Clancher, I think.
Clancher.
His second. Already 2 team fouls on the Leopards here early in the third.
Hughes just picked up 1 in this game. No, check that. He does have 2. Martin does have 2 in this game. As the first free throw good there at the line from Brandon Davis. Puts Davis's point total now up to 19 for the game. Now Davis for a second of 2 to make the Laurel Highlands lead at 9. He connects again. So the sharpshooting continues, Gary, at the foul line for the Mustangs.
They are a pretty good foul shooting team, but 100%. I don't think you can get better than that.
No, especially in a close game. Kovac, a little touch to Clancher, near side. Martin, tough shot, got it to go. Quentin Martin. Q now with 8.
I know one of our friends is yelling at you right now, Gary, about the eye jazzing him.
42-35 after that last make. Now Davis floater in the lane, no good. Battle for the rebound. It was on Clancher's back for a moment, and it's Whitlock out of the pack with it. Ahead to Gordon. Gordon driving on Gallagher. Couldn't get the shot to drop. Does get the foul there on Rod. That'll be Gallagher's second personal foul. And this Gordon guy is extremely impressive. 18 points tonight. Leading the way for Belle Vernon, and we mentioned that earlier. Might not be one of the top 3 for the Mustangs, or the top 2 for Belle Vernon. Ends up being one of the stars of the game, and Daniel Gordon having a heck of a night with that free throw make gives him 19 points. 42-36, the Laurel Highlands lead down to 6 with 5:36 left here in the third. Gordon now for a second of 2 up on the way, and good. Daniel Gordon with an even 20. And the Mustang lead down to 5 as Gallagher brings it across. We have whistles, maybe some moisture on the court again. Laurel Highlands Assistant Athletic Director Mike Smith will wipe it up. Smitty right on the ball for that one.
Yeah.
The Mustangs will send it in from the far side.
A couple of collisions over there. A couple of guys fell down.
Mentioned the high-paced game. Guys sweating a little more than they're accustomed to out there tonight as well.
Well, they're definitely working harder, both teams.
Here's Keandre on the near wing. Little ball fake back to Gallagher. Watched there by Gordon. John sets the screen. Swung Davis, and now Joey Chambers back to Brandon Davis, high on the right. Sends it down low. Keandre alley-oop dunk. 2 dunks for Keandre tonight. And he has 10.
Just as impressive as the dunk was the pass.
Yes, it was.
Davis, just unbelievable.
Lead at 7, coming on the inside. Whitlock answer back with 2. He has 8. 44-39 Mustangs. Johns of the foul line out to Chambers. Open look for 3. They let him have it, and he connects.
There he goes. Chambers just enough. Again, he just gets those open looks, and he gets them because of the big 3 with Gallagher and
Whitlock answer back, banked it home from up top.
Got to call those banks, don't you, Sue?
Yeah.
If he'd have shot that on the other end, he would have hit that net for the baseball team.
Correct. Here's Davis. Long 3 out the front of the rim, no good. Martin the rebound there, so the Leps back to within 5 with the basketball. We'll send it across over to Daniel Gordon. Far wing and in. Jumper from just inside the free throw line. Good for Daniel Gordon. He has 22 points, and it's a one-possession game.
It's like Larry Bird out there.
Yes,
that guy doesn't miss.
Not wearing 33, wearing number 20, but still very impressive. Down low, trying to step another one for Keandre. Pulls the pass in on the far block. Got double-teamed and stripped. Martin coming back. Here's Q spinning on the inside. Got fouled on the drive.
It's going to be on Davis. Probably on Davis. That's going to be his 3rd.
And a game on our hands tonight, gentlemen.
Absolutely.
47-44.
Both these coaches probably are pretty pleased the fact that they're going to have their teams go down the stretch with a little tightness in the air.
Mustangs have led pretty much from the get-go. Quentin Martin makes the first of 2 free throws for the Leps. Getting close here now, down only 2 at 47-45. 3:54 left here in the third quarter. Now Martin for a second of 2. Up on the way and good for Quentin Martin. 10 for Q. 1-point game, 47-46 Mustangs. 3:50 left here in the third. Gallagher up top, over to Brandon Davis on the far side. Now Ron again, a little ball fake. Stays with it, kicks in the corner. Chambers open again, doesn't shoot this time. Over to Davis. Down low, near block, a little juggle. Keandre able to regain and send it back out high on the left to Ronnie Gallagher. Gallagher now resets edge of the zone. Comes between the circles, back in the corner again to Joey Chambers. Up top again, a Rod high pass, a little collision up top, and look at the foul call there on Alonzo Wade, his 3rd.
Good call there by Tony Carter. Gallagher definitely had the position on the pass, and contact initiated by Wade.
I don't think Coach Salvino agrees with you there, Gary, but
Mustangs now reset in the backcourt, back to Gallagher. Long 3, hit the net again.
Get that net out of here.
That is something they need to work on here.
Get it, raise it up, or just get it away.
You've had 2 shots altered in a big game by a net that probably shouldn't even be there. Coming back, here's Wade, trying to float it over. Johns a miss. Martin trying to clean it up again, no good. And Johns will roll it out to Keandre. Numbers coming back. Off to Brandon Davis. Touch to Keandre coming down the lane. Couldn't finish. Battle for the loose ball rebound. And out of the pack with it was Devin Whitlock. His pass got knocked down, but Martin stays with it here for Belle Vernon. Shovels it out on the far side. Gordon, long 3 for the lead, off the mark. And Gallagher, a big rebound in traffic there for Laurel Highlands. Gallagher breaks back. Gallagher staying with it. Gallagher fighting on the inside. Got fouled by Martin. That'll be his 3rd.
And Gallagher is good at going to the basket and drawing fouls, and that's what he did there. He knew he probably wasn't going to get that shot over Martin. And you're going to see Pratt come in there as this game gets very physical.
Here's another thing, guys. For future home games, if I'm Laurel Highlands, I want to go the other way in the second half. I don't want to have to worry about that net.
You don't have a choice.
It's where your bench is at.
It's mandatory for the second half. You have to go towards your own bench.
Well, they can switch benches.
Could switch benches.
Or get the net out of there.
Gallagher missed the free throw. Actually missed both free throws. Laurel Highlands hadn't missed a free throw until then, and Gallagher misses both. And now a battle for the rebound, and in traffic, Alonzo Wade has it for Belle Vernon. Leps down 1, opportunity to take the lead on this possession. And what do we got here?
Injury.
Martin got hurt.
Well, we got yelled out about the score table. Now we'll get yelled out about the net up there, I guess.
Well, I think there should be a solution for that, especially when it's impacted the game twice already.
Yeah,
they're going to let Martin stay in the game.
And those shots could have went.
I agree on both sides. Whitlock, edge of the zone on the far side, keeps it alive. Back to Wade. Near wing now to Daniel Gordon. Recess between the circles. Again, the left's down 1 at 47-46. 2:21 left here in the third. Wade up top. Kicks it back in the corner. Martin got tripped up there by Joey Chambers. That'll be 3 on Joe.
So foul starting to mount up. Brandon Davis with 3. Chambers with 3. Gallagher 2. DeShields with 2.
And Whitlock will trigger it in. Left of the basket in the Laurel Highlands zone. Sends it over to Wade. Bounce back. Over to Quentin Martin. Near side again, Devin Whitlock. Watch there by Chambers. Over to Martin. Back to Devin for 3 in the lead. Up top, he hit it. Devin Whitlock. I believe that's the first lead of the night for the Leopards.
Yep.
They lead at 49-47 as we go under 2 minutes left here in the third. Now a little pressure on the Mustangs' shoulders. Davis in the corner. Chambers wants the lead back on a 3. Came up short. I thought the ball there went off a Wade and out. Referee saw it another way.
Apparently, DeShields got his hand on there. This is normally a time where, of course, it's going back last year in the playoffs and then the run when they won the WPIAL championship. This is when Gallagher seems to take over in the fourth quarter, and we're not there yet, but we're close.
Legal screen
again, yeah.
Called on Locks. Set it up top. That's one of those 50-50s, almost like holding in a football game. Sometimes they let it go, sometimes
you stick
they
your
call.
leg out like that, it's almost like grabbing the jersey if you're an offensive lineman. It's pretty obvious, and as officials in this game, you have to call the obvious fouls.
They did that time, so the Mustangs get it back down 2. Gallagher brings it back across. Rod up top over to Davis near wing. Long 3 on the way, off the mark. And he had Pratt going for the rebound. He came up a little limp. Again, he's coming off an ankle injury. He's hobbling right now. Leopards picked up the rebound. And Whitlock brings it back across.
Yeah, he jumped, and that ball just wouldn't come down. It bounced too high.
Martin has it now on the near side, guarded there by Keandre. Sends it on the inside. It was deflected. Whitlock stays with it. Hands back off. Martin underneath. Got blocked from behind by Keandre into the hands of Jaden Pratt. Now Keandre back on it. Contact blocking foul on Wade. That's his 4th. And they expected Wade to get a lot of minutes tonight just because of the up-tempo game. They thought he fit the style of the game a little bit more than
they're going to leave
Joe Clancher, their starter. And Wade has played well tonight. Only 2 points, but has been very solid on the defensive side of the basketball as well. Here's Chambers on the far wing. Inside, Pratt, little turn and shoot off the mark. Mustangs have been cold.
Well, those shots are tougher when you got a guy like Martin coming at you.
Correct. Ball goes out of bounds. We'll stay with Laurel Highlands here in the Belle Vernon zone.
I mean, he's used to just turning around and having nobody there. He jumps so much higher than everybody, but now he doesn't have that ability. He's got the ability to jump, but he's got a guy that can jump just as high as he can.
Giving Davis a quick break. Now they just gave him a drink before the inbounds pass.
He took a water.
We're going to the backcourt here to Gallagher. Mustangs still down 2. 45 seconds left here in the third. Rod up top, far wing to Joey Chambers. The ball was tipped and stolen by Daniel Gordon. Gordon coming back on the far side, and a blocking foul call there on Gallagher.
Wow, he stripped the ball too. That's a tough call on Gallagher, but you give Belle Vernon credit. They get the steal.
And I believe it's 1-1.
That's 6 or 7.
Just 6. My mistake.
Just 6 up there, so they'll trigger it in. Seen a lot of fouls on both sides tonight. It's sent into Martin, switches back with Whitlock. Whitlock up top. Whitlock working right of the lane. A little pump fake goes inside. Tough shot, and it spins out in the first attempt for Locks. Battle for the rebound out of bounds over to Laurel Highlands.
It's only 4.
Neither team can put it in the hoop right now.
No.
It's getting a little tight.
2-point game here late in the third. It favors the Leopards at 49-47.
It's a hot kitchen right now.
Here's Gallagher, long 2, far corner, good. Ronnie Gallagher. He is 11. We're knotted up at 49.
It's his time now. It's going to be a heck of a fourth quarter.
Leps will get the final shot here in the third. Whitlock coming inside. Shot with the left hand, wouldn't drop. Pratt the rebound, and that'll do it. We're all tied up at 49, heading to the fourth. Buckle up for the finish. We're back in 60 for the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
You know the importance of planning for retirement, and you plan to enjoy a long and healthy life after you retire. But it's also important to plan for the possibility of needing care on a long-term basis. As life expectancies grow in the U.S., the potential need for long-term care grows as well. A Northwestern long-term care insurance company policy can help pay for the care you may need.
To learn more, call John R. Ritchie today, 724-550-4414. That's 724-550-4414 for John R. Ritchie.
Going on now at C. Harper Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Silverado for only $279 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles per year with 4,500 cash trade equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends January 31st, 2022. While supplies last. Residency restrictions apply. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
We're back here at Laurel Highlands High School. They're playing Sweet Caroline as we come back for the fourth quarter. Of course, Pat Narduzzi in the house. Made a little tribute to Pitt over there. They generally do that at Pitt home games after the third quarter. This one knotted up at 49.
The Red Sox sing that too, though.
Yes, they do. Nice little tradition. What a game we've had, gentlemen. Mustangs were outscored 19-11 in that third quarter.
And Whitlock coming alive in that third quarter with 8, giving him 14s. And you've got to still look at Gordon. And if I'm the Mustangs, you might want to put your best defender on Gordon now. Maybe switch up with Davis on Whitlock and Rodney Gallagher on Gordon.
You're right there, Gary, with Gordon scoring 22. Keandre for 3 in the lead back, hit it from the near side. Keandre to Shields now with 13. That was a big shot out of the gates here in the fourth. That's going to be a travel on Kovac.
Shuffled his feet.
See the early momentum here to start the fourth going in Laurel Highlands direction. Mustangs lead at 52-49. 7:43 left in regulation. Davis back across on the far wing to Gallagher. Gallagher coming baseline, little ball fake, resets up top. Brandon Davis near wing Keandre. Down on the baseline, Pratt long, too good, Jaden Pratt. Just 4 for Pratt tonight, but it gives the Mustangs a 5-point lead at 54-49. 5-0 mini run to start the fourth for Laurel Highlands. Whitlock, 3 on the way from the far wing. He's tough. Connects again from the outside. Whitlock heating up now with 17.
We're trading punches in the late rounds.
Yes, we are. 54-52 Laurel Highlands. Hooper back in there for the Mustangs. Hands off. They try to alley-oop back there. Davis should have just went strong, and the Leopards find it again, and they left Gordon open far wing, and he makes him pay, and the Leopards have the lead back. So back-to-back threes from Gordon and Whitlock. Gordon now with 25. Belle Vernon now on a 6-0 run, and they lead Laurel Highlands at 55-54. Things can change in a hurry tonight. Gallagher now in the far wing in the Leopard zone. A little crossover on Devin. Takes a 3 of his own and hits it. As Rod rattles that one home. He has 14. Laurel Highlands back in the lead at 57-55. Back in fourth game tonight. Devin Whitlock driving, put it high off the glass. Wouldn't drop. Rebound tipped around. Gallagher finds it. 2-on-1 coming back. Bounce pass to his left. Davis lays it up and in. Brandon Davis with 22. 4-point lead for the Mustangs at 59-55.
Good job by Davis not to try to dunk that. He probably was tempted to, but he knew he needed the basket.
Timeout Belle Vernon, 59-55 Mustangs. We're back in 60 from the C.R. Brana Group High School Sports Night.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Hello, everyone. This is John Marietta. With God, all things are possible. Who would have ever thought we would have come this far? I want to thank each and every one who has helped me get this far. We couldn't have done this without you all. Change is what you ask for, and that's what you're going to get. This was about you, not me. I'm just a regular guy trying to do the right thing. I am John Marietta. I am the hillbilly. With your help, you have made me the next recorder of deeds for the people of Fayette County. God bless each and every one of you, and God bless America.
Back here at Laurel Highlands High School, 59-55 Mustangs. 6:11 left here in the fourth quarter. It'll be Belle Vernon's basketball. Daniel Gordon will send it in from midcourt after Joe Salvino took a full timeout.
Ty Hooper checked in for the Mustangs, Brian.
He was in right before the timeout as well, Gary, but nonetheless, the Mustangs are happy to have him. Here's Martin driving in on Pratt. Pratt tried to alter the shot, and he did just that, and picks up the loose ball rebound. With an outlet here to Keandre, driving back on Gordon. Keandre drives and scores.
Euro step.
Yes, granted, he has 15. Lead at 6 at 61-55. 5:49 left here in the fourth. Gordon pressured there by Brandon Davis. Switches back up top with Devin. Devin Whitlock now trying to get free off the screen, set up by Locks, drives inside, tough shot, couldn't get it to go. Rod in traffic, 4 on none coming back, and the alley-oop tried to slam, missed it, but it still went down for Pratt. Wow. Where was the defense there from the Leps? It's an 8-point lead,
Whitlock.
pressure on
That's
the ball.
Whitlock.
Got another timeout for Belle Vernon coming.
Full timeout, Joe Salvino, 63-55, Laurel Highlands, 5:25 left here in the fourth. We're back at 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Dinner's great. It's one of your top 3 favorite meals. You just don't want to have to make it. Well, with Jimmy John's, you don't have to. Whether you live in a sandwich delivery zone or head into the store, you can always get a freaky fresh sandwich. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com.
Freaky fast, freaky good. Order online at jimmyjohns.com or call 724-437-6800 for delivery or curbside pickup. Jimmy John's, next to Walnut Hill. Shop and save.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. They are conveniently located at 1310 Pittsburgh Road in Uniontown. But look for Uniontown Detailing in February at a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
Back here at Laurel Highlands High School, 63-55. Laurel Highlands in the lead. Another momentum swing back in the Mustangs' direction. And Belle Vernon head coach Joe Salvino doesn't seem too happy right now, guys.
Well, I'll tell you who else isn't happy. Coach Auger was not happy at all. And there's a little incident over there at the student section and the state police over there. I don't know what's going on. Some action going on there. You can see
not what we needed.
No. He had a Belle Vernon fan, looks like, in the middle of the Laurel Highlands students. So want to keep things civil, fun game.
But what I was going to say, guys, Coach Auger was giving it to Davis there. I don't think he liked that alley-oop pass. You
don't need it.
You don't need it. Right. You got a 3 on none. I know you want to energize the crowd, and the crowd can't get any more energized than they are. But I think Davis is pretty lucky that that ball, that missed dunk, popped up in the air and went back in.
Coach Salvino going over to talk to his fans. I'm not sure why they have the Belle Vernon fans right next to the Laurel Highlands fans.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Those are not students, though. Those are adults, guys. And those
you're
guys
right.
get a
You're
little
right
rowdy.
about that.
Let's take a quick 30-second timeout where they sort this out. 5:25 left in the fourth. 63-55 Mustangs back in 30 on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And everything sorted out. Ball was kicked by Alonzo Wade. Mustangs stay with it.
One fan got ejected, but not too bad other than that. It could have been worse.
Davis on the far side, long two. He was fouled there by Daniel Gordon. I believe that's Gordon's first foul of the night. Or check that, his second foul of the night.
Yeah, that's a shooting foul that Davis will get from the line. 2 shots. He was definitely inside the three-point arc.
Game was tied at 49 after 3 quarters of play. Laurel Highlands now leads by 8 at 63-55. First of 2 free throws good for Brandon Davis, who's led the way for Laurel Highlands tonight with 23.
Should I say it, Steve?
No. Keep it quiet. Let it go.
Davis, the second of 2 free throws good.
8 for 8.
Davis came in 76%. Lead at 10 at 65-55. 5:07 left here in the fourth. Whitlock coming back inside for Belle Vernon. Tough shot, got it to go. He's tough. Devin Whitlock. And Whitlock has scored 19 in this game. Here's Gallagher back for the Mustangs. Hooper trying to set the screen. Rod stays with it. Mustangs up 8. Now you can take a little air out of the ball, guys.
Yeah, well,
4:45 to play. Don't want to get out of your game too much. Hooper on the elbow, out to Gallagher. High arcing three, in and out. Long rebound. Gallagher found it himself. Try to come back inside. Mustangs wanted a timeout. Did they get it?
Yep.
He did.
So timeout granted there for Gallagher and the Mustangs. 4:35 left here in the fourth. Laurel Highlands leads it 65-57. Are they going to give it? Yes. Timeout. Mustangs are back at 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
For attorney Melinda Della Rose, helping people with compassionate counseling, candid legal advice, strong advocacy, and professional commitment is what she does best. With an office at 99 East Main Street in downtown Uniontown, attorney Della Rose specializes in family law, municipal law, and general civil litigation, as well as personal injury, estate planning, probate, and more. For more information, call attorney Melinda Della Rose at 724-437-3200, 724-437-3200, or online at DellaRoseLaw.com.
Going on now at C. Harford Chevy East. Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Silverado for only $279 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarborChevyEast.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease excludes GMS for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles per year. With 4,500 tax rate equity, includes loyalty and lease complex. Payment is for tax, title fees, and prepayment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends January 31st, 2022. While supplies last. Residency restrictions apply. Call dealer for all other details at 724-668-2231.
Davis missed a three as we come back. Leopards back on the other side, draw a foul.
Ty Hooper on the foul.
His second. Will be in the act and send Devin Whitlock to the foul line. He'll get 2. Scoreboard has Whitlock for 15, guys. I have him for 19.
I do too.
He misses the first of 2 free throws.
I have him for 19 as well.
After a miss from Whitlock, the Laurel Highlands lead stays.
They switched it to 17 now.
At 8, but he does make the second free throw. It's a 65-58 lead for Laurel Highlands with 4:21 left here in the fourth. As Brandon Davis brings it back across, watched by Gordon, and you can certainly sense the Mustangs have taken a lot of tempo out of this game with a fourth quarter lead. Hooper from just inside the foul line floats it up on this, but Jaden Pratt able to clean it up underneath. Pratt now with 8 tonight for the Mustangs, and the lead at 9 at 67-58.
Well, they gave the appearance that they were going to try to take the air out there, and then all of a sudden Hooper went right to the basket, and a good job by Pratt to follow it up.
Alonzo Wade with it right now. He's out there with 4 personals. Shovels it off to Quentin Martin, who switches back with Devin Whitlock. Whitlock trying to drive there on Keandre. Ball comes loose, and Whitlock somehow got it back. He'll take it on the near baseline, try to swing it out in front. And a little touch there from Locks, who threw it right to Davis. Tried a home run ball down the court that got intercepted by Daniel Gordon. Gordon, a little fake in the lane. Shot up on the way, no good. Rebound on the far side. We'll get a foul called on the floor.
It's going to be on Hooper.
His third.
And both teams' opportunities there. The ball just kind of getting away. It's like a hot potato. And Coach Hogger wants over the back from Tony Carter.
3:24 left here in the fourth, 67-58 Mustangs.
Tony's always good at giving the coach an explanation. I don't know if they like it, but they
Whitlock will send it in.
Both teams will be in the 1-1 for the duration here on out.
Mustangs 6 team fouls here in the second half. Leopards 7, and Daniel Gordon has it up top for Belle Vernon. Leps working left to right as we described. Gordon on a little switch back. Whitlock got fouled.
That's going to be on Pratt.
Be a 1-1 for Devin.
I think he's going to call it on Davis. Nope, Pratt.
Jaden's third.
And Whitlock has that uncanny ability to slip through defenders. And you can see why he was so tough to tackle on a football field.
He's only 59% though for the season from the foul line, and misses on the front end of a 1-1 here, but Quentin Martin gets the offensive rebound. Missed on the putback attempt, goes out of bounds over to Laurel Highlands.
Bad box out there by the Mustangs on that foul shot.
Pratt
luckily they got it back.
Got fortunate there that they were able to get that back.
He played strong though here in the fourth quarter after we were knotted up at 49 after 3. Davis brings it back across. Hooper trying to set the screen. Daniel Gordon, who's been oh so tough for Belle Vernon with 25 points. Mustangs sent it down to Gallagher's called for the walk. He thought he dribbled. Referees didn't see it that way.
Like he kind of cradled it with both hands and then dribbled it again.
Devin Whitlock will bring it across here for the Leopards. Watched by Gallagher. Again, you have Clancher this time trying to set the screen along with Wade, and Martin's just going to take a long three from the top of the key. Was wide right. Offensive rebound, though, underneath, kept alive by the freshman Wade, trying to swing it back to Martin. After a little deflection, Martin regains. Foul line, Clancher. Out again to Wade. Three on the way. Rattles out. Long rebound, far side. Clancher keeps it alive on the offensive glass for the Leopards. Try to swing it back to Wade. Went through him over to Gallagher. Looking for an alley-oop. Coming back. Keandre missed on the slam. But does deflect back to Pratt. A little open room. Gallagher comes back inside. Floats it up. Another miss. Pratt came crashing. Missed on the tip. Ball loose far side. Tracked down by Gordon. And Pratt might be hurt. And coming back on the other side, we play on. Clancher underneath. Got blocked. No foul there. Out of bounds. Belle Vernon's basketball, and everyone getting up behind the play.
Well, they got a 3-on-1 there. They try the alley-oop, and Coach Hogger, now that was Gallagher that tried it. So, I mean, he's got a little longer leash, I would think.
I would think.
You know.
Didn't need it. Did not need it.
Yeah.
Timeout, Belle Vernon, 1:57 to play. Mustangs lead at 67-58. We're back in 60 here on the C.R. Brana Group High School Sports Night.
For damaged and diseased joints. They offer everything from physical therapies to joint repairs and joint replacements. Whenever possible, the newest, minimally invasive techniques are used to ensure quicker recovery, less pain, and less damage to surrounding tissues. To learn more about the newly opened Orthopedic and Spine Institute at WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, or to schedule an appointment, call 724-912-7533 or visit wvumedicine.org/Uniontown. WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital. The new one, here for you.
Back here at Laurel Highlands High School, 67-58.
Tell you one thing, you see right there an exchange between Coach Hogger and Gallagher and the way he takes that coach, and that's exactly what these football coaches are looking at. They're looking at the athletic ability, but they're also in tight presser situations. They want to see how these kids react.
Off the inbounds pass, Clancher, a nice save there for Belle Vernon. Back to Gordon. Mustangs lead it by 9. Long three, far side, good again, Devin Whitlock.
He can't make a free throw, but he can make those threes.
I am unofficially with 23. Mustangs take another timeout. Their lead down to 6, 67-61, 1:43 to play. We're back in 60 here on the C.R. Brana Group High School Sports Night.
Lee's Plumbing and Excavating, helping area residents with residential and commercial plumbing, gas, electric, and water lines, along with paving, concrete, and excavation site work for over 30 years. Building a new home, Lee's does utility installation of water, gas, and sewage lines. Lee's does maintenance work on all existing homes, too. Call 724-245-2950. That's 724-245-2950 for your quote. Lee's wishes all the area basketball teams good luck this season from Lee's Plumbing and Excavating.
Come see what everyone's crowing about. It's Rooster's Roost next to the Uniontown Shopping Center on Francis Street in the Old Eddie's Tavern location. Craving pizza, wings, fried chicken, hoagies, or your favorite salad or sides? It's all at Rooster's Roost. Eat in, take out, or have it delivered. Call 724-320-2244 or order online at roostersroost.com. Use the coupon radio and get $3 off your online order. Gift certificates also available. Stop in Rooster's Roost today.
What a great night for local basketball. 67-61. Laurel Highlands leads Belle Vernon. Packed house here at the Mustang Corral. 1,000 folks watching it once on our live stream. Great to see local basketball guys back in the area.
Yeah, it's really good. It's been really exciting. It's been a little bit disjointed, a little sloppy at times, but the intensity has been high, and it's been really good. Good night for both these teams to get some stress. You know, they got to get a little stress once in a while.
See if the Mustangs can close it out. 6-point lead, 67-61, 1:38 left here in the fourth. Davis with it right now. Collision in the lane, blocking foul. Called there on the Leopards.
And the whole Belle Vernon bench, Brian, up.
That's it for Wade. He fouled out, and he also hit his head, I think, on the court. And Davis is slow in getting up for the Mustangs as well.
Yeah, that was Gary. What do you think, Gary? That looked like
Well, there's no restricted zone in high school basketball, but that's a tough call. If he wasn't actually in defensive position, it is a block, but looked to me like he was there for a while.
Like he was waiting. He looked like he was sitting there having a cup of coffee and waiting for him to come in there. I mean, you could see Davis coming from half court, and he was standing under the basket, and he just got ran over, and that's a tough call for the Belle Vernon Leopards.
Especially fouling Wade out of the game.
Yeah.
They have a little time here to make a substitution.
And
I think they put Clancher back in. No, they're going to bring out right now. Clancher's already in the game, so you have Kovac now coming back onto the floor. Mustangs lead at 67-61, 1:35 left here in the fourth. And Davis is trying to regain composure. He scored 24 points. Here at the foul line, first of 2 on the way and good for Brandon Davis.
And that one, I guess, I mean, if that was a break for sure for the Mustangs, I would think we'd all agree on that.
Yes. Davis now a second of 2, lead at 7, make it 8 as Davis connects again.
Didn't say it, Steve. 10 for 10 from the line.
After. You say it after.
And that's going to win games. You look at the Mustangs' final free throw numbers. We'll talk about it during our first Federal Savings Loan Association of Greene County post-game show. Free throw numbers a difference. 3-ball and air ball there from Daniel Gordon. Seems like
that was the one he shot. He forced that one, Brian. He came across, never got set. A lot of traffic. And he's going to get a foul here. They're going to have to start fouling here.
And they got it.
And Gordon fouling.
And he's going to have to be careful. He's chirping a little bit at the official, Mr. Constantine.
Oh, Gordon's giving it his all.
Yep.
Tonight. He has played one heck of a game for Belle Vernon with 25 points.
He thought he got elbowed on that shot. He was well off balance. But I think, Gary, you could attest to this. When you're that far off balance, you don't get the benefit of the doubt that you normally might get. You know, it just didn't look like the set shot that he's been having all night.
Davis is front end of a 1-and-1 good. What's he now, Gary?
Not yet.
Not going to say it.
Not yet. Not yet. He knows better.
70-61. Laurel Highlands leads by 9, 1:22 to play. Davis is second of 2 on the way and no good.
Yes, you guys talk about it enough. There we go.
Out of bounds off of Keandre now. Goes over to Belle Vernon. Leps will send it in. A lot of work for them to do here over the final 80 seconds. Whitlock back across. Devin on the near wing. Watch there by Gallagher. Touch from Clancher. Back to Devin. Takes a contested 3 up top. It comes up short. Goes right to Keandre. Keandre forces down the court. Gallagher over to Pratt. And he'll lay it up and in. Jaden Pratt, that's what you have to do in a close game. Pratt 6 here in the fourth. 10 for the game. 72-61 Mustangs. We go under a minute left.
I think Pratt's ankle's a little bit tender right now. He probably didn't want to have to try that.
Good ball movement down low. Finish from Whitlock. Quick timeout. 50 seconds left. 72-63. Laurel Highlands are back at 60 here in the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowell's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowellsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Keep your legal needs close to home. Attorney Vincent T. Berry specializes in criminal justice, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. Attorney T. Berry is located at 84 East Main Street, across the street from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. When you need to consult an attorney, make your first call to Attorney Vince T. Berry. It will be the only call you need to make. Call 724-430-0300. That's 724-430-0300.
Joey Chambers to send it in for the Mustangs. Quick foul right off the inbounds pass.
Yeah, Whitlock got it, and it was close to a 5-second call, but Chambers threw it in, and that's going to send Davis to the line. I believe that was Davis that caught that, yes.
Davis, a nice game as well. Unofficially 27 for Brandon Davis. Scoreboard agrees with me. Came in averaging 18 points, 5 rebounds, just over 5 assists per game. Yep. Stays pretty consistent here at the foul line with another make.
Looking at the Belle Vernon side in the fourth quarter, Whitlock with all of the points but 1 3 by Gordon.
And another made free throw here from Brandon Davis to give him 29. 74-63 Mustangs lead at 11, 45 seconds left. Whitlock banking in a jumper from just inside the free throw line. Gives Whitlock now 27. Clock continues to roll. Leopards out of timeouts. And Gallagher out of his own zone. Fouled there by Quentin Martin. That makes it tough to come back as well, guys, when you're out of timeouts, but Coach Salvino had to spend them tonight. Didn't really have much of a choice.
Yeah, he had some issues there in the first half. He had to kind of right the ship, and he did. They got back in the game, but
and actually led.
Yep.
Now the Mustangs, everybody back. Gallagher at the foul line. First of two good for Rodney Gallagher. He scored 15 tonight. Davis leading the way with 29. Keandre and Rod 15 apiece. And we'll have all the stats during our first Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County postgame show. And Rod another free throw make. 76-65 Mustangs. 34 seconds left. Martin picks it back up. Lead at 11. Here's Whitlock up top. Shoveled it off to Clanchel. A give and go. Devin gets it back and scoops it up and in.
He's pretty good.
Yes, he is. Whitlock now with 29 and a quick foul called on Clancher, fouling Joe Chambers with 17 seconds left. Again, we're back. More high school hoops on Friday. Mustangs hosting Norwood on all the outlets you're watching or listening to today. On the air at 7 o'clock with our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. Opening tip set for 7:30. Norwood, a 6A program. Sitting a couple of games under 500. We'll see how the Mustangs respond after what looks like it's going to be a win here tonight. Chambers, a rare miss of the foul line. That was his first free throw miss of the season. Up next for Belle Vernon. They'll host Mount Pleasant on Friday. Chambers missed both free throws. Uniontown defeated Mount Pleasant tonight. 12 seconds left. Long three. Far side rattling out for Gordon. Rebound from Jaden Pratt, and that will do it. Laurel Highlands a 76-67 win to stay unbeaten. Here at the Mustang Corral tonight. You can hear it from the crowd. Belle Vernon drops to 12-1. Laurel Highlands improves to 12-0. And guys, the Mustangs had to play 32 minutes tonight.
They sure did. And they did a terrific job against a really good team. And it's a good test for both these teams. And then Belle Vernon has nothing to hang their heads about either. They're playing against one of the best teams in the state on their home floor in front of a packed house, in front of college football coaches. I mean, everything. It was just a big time atmosphere, and they played pretty well. But the Mustangs come out on top. I think the better team won tonight.
That's what high school basketball is all about. Stay tuned for First Federal Savings Loan Association of Greene County post-game show. We'll have our final stats brought to you by Peachin's Pharmacy, located inside the downtown Connellsville Peachin Market. We'll have our Davis & Davis attorneys at law players of the game. That and more ahead. 76-67. Mustangs win it here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, the South Union Township Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
Where can you go these days and have your gas pumped for you, oil checked and windshield cleaned? Joby's Golf. That's where. Joby's Golf is conveniently located at the corner of Fayette and Beeson Boulevard. Joby's Golf is a fast, friendly, full-service gas station serving the Uniontown area in the same location for over 47 years. Joby's Golf offers lockout services, general repairs, tire repair, fenced-in storage lots, state inspection, golf products, and AAA 24-hour car and light truck towing service. Call 724-438-0681.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500. Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Wishing the Mustangs a successful season.
Dinner's great. It's one of your top 3 favorite meals. You just don't want to have to make it. Well, with Jimmy John's, you don't have to. Whether you live in a sandwich delivery zone or head into the store, you can always get a freaky fresh sandwich. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com.
Freaky fast, freaky good. Order online at jimmyjohns.com or call 724-437-6800 for delivery or curbside pickup. Jimmy John's, next to Walnut Hill. Shop and save.
Catholic War Veterans, Post 1669 at Hopwood, are proud supporters of local high school sports. For more information on the programs that the Catholic War Veterans provide, log on to the Catholic War Veterans website at www.cwv.org. You can also visit the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 on Facebook or phone 724-437-3088. That's 724-437-3088 for the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Attorneys from all over the state and nation advertise in southwestern Pennsylvania for personal injury and workers' comp cases. But most of them send their assistants to do the legwork. You might not even meet your attorney until your first hearing.
We're local attorneys, Davis & Davis. We meet directly with our clients, including free consultation. There are no fees until you receive money on your case. If you've been injured, call Davis & Davis, representing you and your neighbors yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Phone 724-437-2799. When you are looking to make some extra cash for your aluminum cans, visit Cherokee Recycling, where aluminum can is king. Cherokee Recycling is open Monday through Friday, 9 till 5, and Saturdays, 8 till 12 noon, closed Sundays and holidays. Give Marcus or Rags a call today at 724-439-3228 for Cherokee Recycling, where recycling makes the most sense.
We're back here at Laurel Highlands High School tonight. The Mustangs a 76-67 win over the Belle Vernon Leopards. Brian Morozak along with Gary Frankhauser, Steve Suprick on the call tonight. Our post-game show again brought to you by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. And either Gary or Steve is your final stats. They're brought to you by Peachin's Pharmacy, located inside the downtown Connellsville Peachin Market.
Well, for the Leopards tonight, I think we all have Whitlock with 29 points.
Correct.
Yep. Okay, the scoreboard had him for 27, but 29 checks out. He had 29. Great night for him. Kovacs chips in 1. Wade with 2. Even the freshman had a good game, though. He only had 2 points, but he played well before fouling out. Martin with 10 points, and Gordon, just a terrific shooting from him, 25 points. They scored 9 in the first, 21 in the second, 19 in the third, 18 in the fourth, 67 for the ball game. For the Mustangs, Keandre DeShields did finish with 15 points. Gallagher with 16. Davis led the way with 29. 10 points for Pratt and 6 for Chambers. They scored 20 in the first, 18 in the second, 11 in the third, 27 in the fourth, 76-67 is your final. And a couple of notes, they got outscored 19-11 in the third, but bounced back for a 27-18 kind of margin in the fourth. And the Mustangs able to hold on. And the stats, the free throws, Gary, you got that. I had 18 out of 22 for the Mustangs. Is that right?
18 for 23 I had.
Yeah, well, okay.
And for Belle Vernon, they were 14 for 21. But of special note, Brandon Davis, 13 for 14 from the line.
Yeah. We talk all the time about making free throws in close games. That's one where if the Mustangs shoot 50% from the foul line, we could be headed to overtime tonight.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Or if they shoot a little bit better from the line, even though they weren't too bad. But the Mustangs, the Mustangs did what they had to do. They played great basketball. They got a lead, and Belle Vernon came back. Give them a lot of credit. They kind of scratched and clawed their way back. Whitlock was terrific. 29 points. He had 15 of those in the fourth quarter, and he only had 14 at the end of 3 and finishes with 29 points. And, of course, Gordon was kind of keeping him in it in that second and third quarter, as he had 22 after 3 quarters, finished with that 1-3 for 25. But he was terrific as well. But the Mustangs did a good job, had some dunks, some pretty exciting plays. Coach Hogger was going to have a little bit of a fit there when a couple of those dunks didn't go down. But kids, hey, it all worked out. When you miss a dunk, Gary, and the ball still goes in, that's it's your night.
Absolutely. And when you have athletes like this on both sides of the ball, it's going to be a game of runs. And Laurel Highlands came out quick and had a pretty substantial lead there in the first quarter. But you saw Belle Vernon make their run with the athletes they have, hitting a lot of threes, and Whitlock coming to life in that third quarter. So they came back and actually took the lead, as you said, Brian. But the Mustangs, give them credit, withstood that run and came back with the 9-point victory.
And I have to thank everybody for watching and listening tonight. I think it says a lot for local basketball. We had over 1,000 folks watching at one point on our live stream continuously tonight, and we had a sold-out gym here at Laurel Highlands tonight. It's great to see a resurgence, especially coming back off of COVID, for local basketball back here in the area.
Yeah, it was terrific. It was pretty exciting and, just a lot of fun, and it was both teams played terrific, and it was just a great night for basketball. And I was really impressed, like I said, with both teams. And I think one thing, the Mustangs guys, they got tested tonight. They got tested. It wasn't a walk in the park for DeShields to get his 24 points. He got 15, but he got some big ones. And Davis really stepped up, but DeShields had a lot of trouble with Martin and down low, and I think he learned a lot tonight. He still got his points, got a couple dunks, but I think the Mustangs will be better off for this at the end of the year. They'll be able to kind of look back on it and maybe kind of learn from it and hopefully build on that, but they're still able to get that victory.
Who do you like for our Davis and Davis players of the game?
Well, you got to go with Davis, I think. Brandon Davis had 29, and then, of course, Whitlock with 29, right? So two guys with 29
I like
points.
Daniel Gordon.
Well, that's true, too, yeah. What do you got? What do you, Gary?
We'll give co-players of the game to Whitlock and Daniel Gordon from Davis and Davis.
Davis and Davis, attorneys in law, helping local people with their legal matters since 1976. And I'll do it for our video side. We're back one final segment on the radio. Again, we're back Friday night. Laurel Highlands hosting Norwin, 7 o'clock Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. 7:30 tip-off. On the WMBS side, I have to thank our video stream sponsors tonight, Uniontown Detailing and the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood, and this game on the South Union Township Sports Network, brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and Agent David Hughes, United Bank, Davis and Davis attorneys at law, Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown, Jason Scott, South Union Township Supervisor, SWGI in Uniontown, Zebley Mahaloff and Watt, Uniontown Business and Bankruptcy Attorneys. Of course, also have to thank Armstrong Cable and what's Atlantic Broadband called these days? Windstream? Breezeline Cable, Channel 17. And, of course, Gary Smith as well at Cal UTV for making the broadcast possible. Again, we're back with one final segment on the radio side. On the TV side, for Gary and Steve, this is Brian. We'll talk to you on Friday night.